Ladies and gentlemen, hello. It's good to see you all. Here in a second, I'll run back up and look at everybody that's in here. But I've been trying to read some of the comments. I do feel better today than I did the last couple days, so that's a bonus. Maybe I'm starting to get my meds all lined out to what I am going to take and what I'm not going to take. And make an appointment to go see my doc. And let her know what I am and am not going to do. Mr. Creek, hello, buddy. I'm glad you're at work. I'm glad you're listening, and I hope your boss is standing right there. Give that damn boy a raise. Now we're going to run back up to the top of this little chitter chat that's going on here, and we're going to run through the names. Mr. DeCat, Keno. I seen a comment I do want to comment on for Keno. Meemaw Patriot, always a blessing to see you. Frog 99, hello. Let's see, Cindy D. And Cindy D is the one that had the comment that I really enjoy. As of right now, he is the best I have got. I had one that could compete with him, but she is no longer with me, and she was awesome. Loved her. But Keno is worth every second he is in here, just like her. So they are on even keel with me. Let's see. Who else we got in here? We got Cool Gamer. Like I said, hello, Creek. Andy Heinrich. And so far, that's about it in here right at this moment. Looks like we got a few lurkers out there in the background. So hello to you all, too. I'm glad y'all are here. I'm glad you're listening. It won't be long. I will drop the link. Mr. B, he'll try as soon as he gets done, if he can, he gets home in time. He'll try to be here, but when you're hanging out with the boys and you're having fun, you know how that goes. It always runs way over. It's the only way I think he's going to show up is if they canceled tonight. I mean, and if he's playing and practicing, you know what? Hey, kudos to him. He's got a life too, just like the rest of us. You know, he's like how I say, we're not spring chickens anymore. We want to try to do the things we can while we still can. And he's in pretty damn good shape for his status in the world. So I think, you know, my kudos to him goes out heartily. He needs to go enjoy life, whatever that may be to him. And, you know, we all know he loves music. So, anyway, now I did get something sent to me from D-Dog, and I think everybody needs to go look it up. It is on YouTube, and it is Buddy Brown. And he's talking about Maui and how it's burning down. And some of the things that's going on that's circled around all this mess makes you wonder there should be some questions, I would think. Because the Big Island is, well, if it gets any worse, they're probably going to have to start shipping people off that island and to other islands. So I think it's very interesting. Hopefully D-Dog will pop in here and he can drop the link. He sent it to me as a text, so it'd be a nightmare for me to send it to myself on email and then pull it up and then drop the link. So I'm not going to go through that. But it is out there. It's under Buddy Brown. He always pulls off some pretty good songs, and he's a good singer. But he always making fun of somebody, usually in his songs, one of the bigwigs. Some of our politicians. So, hey, he is funny to listen to. But every once in a while, he will pop out with a video like that he sent me today. So that's pretty cool. Okay, the cat, you watched it today too? Yeah, that was. Hello, GAM. JM. Son, I got too many words going in my head. Keno found it. There it is. Thank you, Keno, bud. Yeah, Buddy Brown's pretty cool. I listen to a lot of his stuff. I'm not subscribed to him or anything, but he's always popping up on my stuff, so I watch it. Cindy D. You can call me Miss, just don't miss calling me for dinner. I hear that's right. But once again, thank you, Keno, for finding that and dropping a link so people can go watch it. I would play it here, but I'm pretty sure I'd get a copyright on it because it is Buddy Brown stuff. And I've never got to meet the man online or anything, so I'm not going to try to show any of his stuff until I can visit with him. And trust me, I have put out an email to him, so maybe he'll respond and I can get him on here. Yeah, it's good to see everybody in here. Thank you all. I appreciate the hell out of that. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to see if Keno ain't too damn busy. And if he is, I can do it. But if he ain't busy, if he'll drop the link, we'll get somebody up here that wants to talk about either Maui or Hawaii or, in full or part or anything you want to talk about. Like I said, it's just relaxing tonight. We're just going to kick back and talk about whatever comes up, just like you do at a lounge. I don't know how many people ever been to a lounge, but I have. And you go sit down and you're having a drink. Someone walks by, you hear a conversation, and you just holler, "Hey, I caught part of that. What are we talking about there?" Next thing you know, they're sitting with you, and you're all sitting there drinking or eating or whatever you're doing, and y'all just hang out the rest of the evening. Hello, Red. Red's the name I do miss in the chat. I don't know if it's the same Red or what. Maybe a new one. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, the link is out there if y'all want to come up. Keno dropped it. It's about 7, 8 up on the list. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was, but oh, okay. All right, Red. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I try to be kind to everybody. Like I said, I'm not here to cause problems. Tasha Huntley, hello. Good to see you, hun. I'm doing better today than I was yesterday, I promise. Got my blood pressure up a little bit today. Didn't like that. But hey, it happens. It happens to the best of us. So anyway, the link is out there. If anybody wants to come up and visit, say hi, whatever. I'm always open for a good conversation, whatever it may be. Yeah, I don't know if JM's coming up or not tonight. Sometimes he does, sometimes he don't. But it's open. The cat, you're more than welcome. Yes, I am. During the swamp 2024, I'm being good tonight. So far, the night's still young. I have not been airhead hunting here lately, but a buddy of mine I normally go with at we go occasionally at times, and he showed me a lot of spots, and I still frequent them. And he come by the other day and showed me a beautiful little point that he had found. It was white with some red in it. It was just a beautiful little point. And he had found another one of those damn stir bowls, the whole damn bowl, where they mix corn and wheat and shit, and they grind it. He found another one of them. He just ain't got the little, I can't remember what they call it. It's a Mateel and something. But anyway, he didn't have the little grinder, but he had the bowl. JM's coming up. Hello, JM.
Hello, Shane, and everybody in the chat. Great to see everyone.
Oh, absolutely.
Thought I'd come up and say hi, keep you company until you get a little bit more of a crowd up here. I find it sometimes tough when there's a lot of people on the panel, so
Yes.
Coming up when it's lightly populated.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't blame you a bit.
I missed the first little bit of this live stream. I was a little bit late, but I caught you talking a little bit about what's going on in Maui there, and the link that Kino dropped. Yeah, there's all sorts of different theories, and it almost seems like there's a dividing line going on. There's all sorts of different theories coming out on it.
Oh, I know that's right.
And I haven't even tried
the fires. I can't figure out where they started or what's flaming them or what's fueling them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the volcano didn't burp and spit out a bunch of shit.
The number one theory that I've been reading in live stream chats on it is DEWs.
Which is what?
Direct energy.
Oh, okay.
And there's one report I saw that said that was it the emergency preparedness response system issued a warning well in advance and with evacuation orders, which apparently now is sort of not being reported on. But I'm not in the know. I just know what people are saying.
JM, I'll talk to my buddy. We'll get all the skinny lines.
Nice.
Well, and I did see that where they said it was kind of funny that they went up to the fire hydrants, which are on the main water lines, so they have to be on if everybody's water's on. But supposedly there in Maui, they went to turn the hydrants on to get water, and there was no water available. And to put out fires, you could pump it right at the sea. Or the ocean, I should say. I'm pretty sure that would work good, too.
I saw other comments saying that engine blocks were melted. The engine blocks in people's vehicles were melted.
That's very common in forest fires. What happens is science happens, and then some directed energy. I mean, they focus their energy to really harness the power of the ether. Yes, the ether. It's a bunch of science stuff. Us low lifes in blue collar, we just don't understand that sciencey stuff. But I'll talk to my buddy Hunter. He'll tell us all of it.
Well,
Now
that's
here's
good.
the
So
thing.
we got nothing to worry about then.
Yeah, here's the thing that you got to go by. They say all these blocks are melted. Your new blocks are aluminum. They're not steel anymore. They're going to melt, ladies and gentlemen. Unless it's a magnesium like they used to do in the Volkswagens, and then it's going to create a hotter fire than it was before it hit it.
It'll burn the fire out.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. DeCat. How are you, buddy?
It looks like I'm in the dark right now.
That kind of does look that way.
Let there be
I
light.
see a light in the darkness.
Give me a chance to fix a little of that. I got something going
That's a
on here.
reflection of his glasses there.
No,
Yeah.
it's the light in the darkness. Just let me have my delusion.
Perhaps. Is that more better?
Indeed.
Blinded by the light.
Yes. Wrapped up like a deuce.
The rumor.
Hey,
Yeah.
all I know is I'm not paying for no more fudge rounds.
Okay.
No more fudge rounds come from my pocketbook.
You've been to Richmond, huh?
Once or twice. I've had that ideology for many, many years. He put it into a very, very poetic song.
I had to search far and wide to find it, though.
Did you catch that, Shane?
What's that now?
Did you catch that song?
Which one?
Richmond, north of Richmond?
Oh, yes. Yes.
That one I told you to look up?
Yep.
Me and probably like 40 million other people.
It was well propagated, and I actually found his channel and subscribed to it today. But it took some searching.
No, he's not known. He's like a guy like you and me.
I know. It took some searching to find the real him. I found a lot of people talking about him.
Right.
But to get back to what JM started out with, I have people that are within family that are on the marriage side of family that were affected directly in that fire. Some lost home and property. And the big scenario over there is it's almost like for our Native American Indians, they have their homesteads there that are passed down generations.
Right.
And, well, they have nothing now.
Hey, DeCat, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know from your family members, have they talked about any new laws coming into play about eminent domain? Because I know over in Ohio, a bunch of interesting new laws came out after the East Palestine event.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it's not somebody out in the forest setting a fire. I'm saying it's pretty fucking convenient.
Well, all I know is... Go ahead.
Go ahead, DeCat.
I was going to say, all I know is while all this was taking place, the governor of the state was at the beach. That town used to be the capital of Hawaii before it was moved to Honolulu. I'm trying to get in a cupboard right now for whatever reason. I don't know, but let me go fix him and I'll get back with you.
You're good. Go take care of it.
Yeah, that's my question is what are the law changes in the area within the past, 4 4 to 6 months, honestly. I mean, that maybe a year, because that would be an interesting research.
I heard there were changes that were made, and there's speculation that between Oprah and BlackRock, they're going to turn that whole devastated area into a 5-minute city,
15-minute cities.
15-minute city.
Yes.
Isn't it interesting?
Yeah, 15-minute
Isn't
cities.
it interesting? Eminent domain is a son of a bitch, and you know what that is? That's fucking treason.
Yes, that's thievery.
Well, I recommend that they don't try that as a test bed there, because they have their own homeland security, those people.
So does BlackRock, though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the issue we're going to run into.
but they're already on the radar for what they're trying to do, along with Oprah, Rick Carlton, and all the other people who wanted to clear that area so that they could propagate it with their resorts. Now, the interesting part that I found is you still have people coming there and going to the unaffected areas and offshore snorkeling and enjoying the waters as these people are suffering.
Yep.
And
I'm not going to cancel my vacation because somebody's house burned down. That'd be
their children
un-American
burned
of
to death.
me.
well, that
Well,
would
there's two ways to look at that, ladies and gentlemen. One is, yes, it's heartless. The other way to look at that is our money going to that little area as tourists helps rebuild that area if it is spent correctly. Now you get into politics. That's where they come in. But if the money is spent correctly, it will help rebuild them homes. There's
Shoot the
two ways
bird.
to look at that.
Shoot the bird.
well,
Cindy D's comment was a pretty good one too, about Bill Gates having a mansion in that now non-existent little place in Maui. He and the other rich homes, they were unaffected.
exactly. You know, this is the southwestern tip of the island. The trade winds and the tropical cyclone that passed through there fueled this at just an instant in time that everything was conducive for that to happen.
Hang on a second.
And what fueled those?
Did it
That's
happen?
the question.
I don't believe so. No.
Creek Scott didn't understand your comment,
no.
buddy.
Pardon?
I was Creek Squad. I didn't understand your comment there, bud. Put it into where I can understand you, bud. Please.
By the way, my apologies, chat. Me, Hunter and I say hello. He would come up on camera, but he's in the back banging some hookers, doing some blow.
Yeah, sniffy.
Yeah, probably so.
There's a lot of speculation going on right now, and
well,
it's very hard to figure out. Like I said, give it a couple days, ladies and gentlemen, and it'll all come out or be swept under the rug. It's
Hey,
another
Cat.
distraction. Just another distraction trying to keep us off of what's going on with this election coming up. They do it every friggin' time they want their candidate in there and ours not.
did you
Cheryl Constable. Hello. Go ahead.
Did you happen to see Mr. Trump's commentary on it today?
I did not right offhand, no.
Well, it's worthy of watching. He spoke to the people there and was sending his condolences for their loss and all the things that a president should say. And the other jokester said he had no comment with a smile on his face.
Oh, I know it. I know it. All right. Yeah, Creek. Thank you.
Was that wait,
Devil
was
Dog
that no
Hello.
comment because he wasn't able to comment in the sense of like his mind couldn't comprehend fire, danger, presidency, or was that no comment like Mr. Burns? Ha 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 ha.
It was no comment with a smile that was very was sickening.
Well, his face is sickening. And that's what I'm trying. I'll have to look at it for myself because we always have two Joes that we might get. We might get the angry Joe, or we might get the senile Joe, and sometimes they were interchangeable.
Sometimes it's the same damn one.
No, Decat, what I was saying when I was so rudely interrupting Shane in his train of thought, um, if your family members need somebody to help rebuild, you get me to Hawaii, I'll build all winter.
It's not a matter of them rebuilding right now. There's nothing for them to go back to, and there's no jobs available because what they do in life is gone also.
So let's build.
They're staying at somebody's warehouse on cots and hoping
Decat,
our
what I'm saying is much like the Phoenix they're hoping to revive, I would definitely be happy to go out and help and put in my sweat equity and come out with an investment at the end. By
There you
all
go.
means.
Yep,
By
there
all
you go.
means. Because I believe in the people much more than I believe in Oprah or BlackRock.
well,
Well, that's a gimme.
the same. But you know what? There are strong people, and they will pull together. They're as united as we are
Of
within
course.
family and traditions. And this goes back to generations. It's not like, they have leases and mortgages on their properties. These are handed down from families and family to family. And they don't live like we do. They live very traditional lives.
Better than we do.
Absolutely. And there's a brotherhood and a sisterhood. And like I said before, they have their own form of homeland security where they take care of business.
All I'm saying is on the personal end, I would give somebody a place to put a tree hut that they want to come out, that they Airbnb while I'm gone. But
Well,
having a place in Hawaii that I could go as a permanent place, do you know what that would do to a man?
well, you know what?
Depends
Have
on
you
if there's a fire or not.
have you ever been there?
No. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. It would
Okay,
do something.
let me give you a little background. Logistically, everything has to come through the port of Honolulu or one of those islands. Okay, to get through that port, there's customs that are beyond what we know in the United States because they don't want anything from the outside world introduced into their environment. It's
The
not
cat.
part of the.
I am Hunter's best friend. Where there is a fucking will, there is a way. And if anybody would be able to do it, I got you, buddy. That's all I'm saying, man. I understand there's 10 million fucking obstacles. But you know what? There is one. There is one Nubs with one bag of tools that will show up and put it in.
I read you, but I don't think I can hook you up on that level. All I know is they're lost, and it took me days to find out. So, uh, but
I
I
will
can.
float across the fucking ocean in a dinghy. Let's make shit happen. Like, seriously. You're going to tell me that a man with a fucking stamp book is going to stop me from helping somebody to regrow and re-know who they are? Bullshit. Bullshit. I'll be like a damn fucking survivor out there with a little floaty. I know those trade winds work. I know I'm out there for 10 days. I know how that shit all, like, I'm not dumb nor naive. And if I had an opportunity to be a firsthand witness of a community regrowing like that, dude, that changes a man.
I admire that and I accept that. I don't know that I could orchestrate any of that.
Pretty
Well, if it's
honorable
supposed to
offer.
be, think about this. If it's supposed to be, they're going to call you up and they're going to be bitching and moaning or talking about how it's so hard and, you know, there's not a contractor for fucking miles. And you're like, wait, I know one that'll travel miles.
Yeah, but
It'll do the work for free.
Like the cat was saying a minute ago, getting supplies there is not cheap.
Yes. The logistical equation of getting the materials that you need that
I know. I understand these things. I am not naive to these things. I'm saying a good plan starts with speaking about it.
okay. Can I share a for instance for you?
Go for it,
Okay.
cat.
All right. I'm in Pearl Harbor waiting to get a boat out and deployed. We got to wait for the things to be shipped from the United States. They got to go through U.S. Customs, Hawaiian Customs. They sat there in our plain view in Connex boxes for 3.5 days till they were ready to release and process them, even though it was DOD certified material awaiting arrival, and it backed up the whole schedule in the shipyard. Nothing moves beyond their time frame. And believe me, Aloha Friday means Aloha Friday in there. You ain't going to see them till Monday.
That's it. Aloha means not getting in till Monday.
What all I'm saying is there's natural resources. There's been ways to do this shit for millennia. And if it means getting them on a piece of property and it looks like shit for the first fucking 3 years and they're, you know, I'd be willing to do that. When I went down for fucking Katrina relief, dude, I'll never forget that fucking smell and I'll never forget that feeling. Because those people really desperately needed help that they could not provide for themselves.
I totally.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have gone on missionary trips to Eleuthera in the Bahamas to rebuild after hurricanes. And these people live in little brick buildings that are cinder block with 10 roofs. And they, after the hurricane comes through, they go regather the 10, drive over it with cars or walk it out best they can, reattach the 10 roofs, and, you know, they're without anything other than the goats and the chickens that are running around.
Hey, I got to say something before anybody else jumps in.
Yeah.
Texas Psychobilly. If that's you, Chuck, Keno has dropped the link. Why don't you come on up, visit with us? Hell, I don't have no problems.
Chuck's.
Hell, I don't have no problems. Hell no.
But I'm just saying, I have done that. I didn't do anything in Katrina because I was on the road when that happened. In fact, I was in Hawaii when Katrina was going on. I spent most of my time on the West Coast, and I'm just going to throw something out at you right now. It's been so hot here in Georgia that they sent the boats out from the sub base here because shore power was being too drained by the amount of boats in port. So they sent them out to sea to cool them down because they couldn't.
I was going to say, yeah, they have to be in that cool water to just cool down.
Well, when they're pier side and on shore power, they're putting a big draw on the load. And if based on the amount of them that are in port at a particular time, it puts a significant load on. And they have their own generating station stuff out on the base to accommodate it, but they were overloading it. So the headlines in the paper here was climate conundrum.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine a 560-foot long submarine sitting there in the sun that's completely charcoal black?
Yeah, bacon.
It's supposed to be underwater.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, you know everybody in there is just about to die.
well, that's why I used to choose my jobs wisely, even though I lived here. I spent more.
Wheezy, hello. It's good to see all you people coming in here. Thank you all. Sorry about that, guys. I got to keep up with my chat too. Okay.
I'm
Sorry.
surprised none of Hunter's friends showed up. I had put the message out to his friends and nobody. They must be busy on an island.
Mr. Chuck, holy cow, Mr. Chuck has got a haircut since I seen him last.
I got all that shit cut. We was in Hot Springs, and I got it all chopped off.
He is who he is. Yes, he is.
Everyone, hold on, man. My damn camera went to shit.
It's all good.
No, all I'm saying on that is like some of the ideas and the concepts that I've been coming up with my Trumpy ideas and stuff like that. All that shit would apply in a rebuild situation, and you could literally like power your house from it and shit. And it takes some simple things that are probably readily available. That's the whole point of the thing.
Oh, absolutely. Sharon Mercer, hello. Yes, I want to tell you what, there's things out there that we can build that is stupid simple to build, and a lot of it's gravity fed and it creates power, it creates energy, it creates a way of maintaining life that we feel we have to have.
Right.
Uh-oh, we lost Chuck. Chuck, get back up here, bud.
He probably went to fix his camera.
Yeah, he may have.
Chuck seems like a man of solutions, so if he left, he's probably coming back for a solution.
Chuck's no idiot. He's no idiot. JM, sorry, we're talking around you, not letting you jump in. Is
That's
there
all
any, JM, you are more than welcome. Please jump in if you got something you would like to add.
Yep.
Especially if you cut me off because I'm really good at it. Did you see how I just did it to Shane?
I got you.
That's right. I know where his mute button is. Wheezy, I missed
I know
you,
where it is too, though. That's the problem.
There he is. There he is.
I don't think I ever met Chuck before.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what that's
Chuck's a
all
good
about.
dude.
Yeah, JM, you know I'm Texas Cycle Billy.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Thank you for the subscription the other day.
That's fine, man. I try to hook up with everybody. I'm surprised I'm losing a lot of them. I thought I was already on it, but that's like Shane. This is the first time I've got a notice in 8 months or more that he's even went live.
Yeah, there's a lot of people mad at me there for a little while.
I don't play in the politics.
Must be doing something right, Shane.
Well, like I said, I just speak whatever I think I know and give my opinion about it, and either people love it or they don't.
I walked
just
off.
my-
I quit coming
Okay.
over here that time when we had that certain female that dogged me out and all that time. So
Oh yeah, I got that.
I think she played everybody though.
Oh, I've had several of them that played everybody. I
Well,
was
you know, the
not-
devil did go down to Georgia. She was looking
Well-
for a soul to steal. She was in a bind. She was way behind. She was willing to make a deal.
Yeah,
She
well, it
came up
didn't
on
turn
this
out.
young sucker.
Yeah, I'm trying to work up getting that Oliver guy, that new song he's got out about. He's talking about them knotheads in DC.
No, that's not who he's talking about. Those are our friends in
Yeah,
DC.
They're here to help.
Yes,
Yeah, just
yes.
ask them; they'll tell you.
I'm here to help. I'm from the government. It's anonymous.
That's like helping somebody with a suppository by using a jackhammer.
Yep, we're going to implant it to where it feels better.
We
Hammer?
prefer Spike. It's a little bit slower. We've got to get through customs on this one. That's the custom.
Yeah.
Generally, we have somebody turn you every hour.
Yeah, kind of like on a rotisserie, a slow burn.
Oh, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to step away for a second and go relieve myself of some excess fluid. So, Mr. DeCat and Mr. JM, I'm going to turn this over to you to
He's scared.
kind of run this for a second.
He's
The
scared.
cat going, no, not me.
You're all
But,
good. We got you.
yeah. All right, bud. Yeah, if
We'll
somebody would
be-
just kind of.
Oh, and
He's
hey,
gonna be
everybody
doing
out
the
there,
looking at it. Is Nubs talking? What's he saying? Is he gonna destroy it all?
Well, hell, I can just put him in a back room while I'm gone if we have to, guys. You just let me know.
Behavior is conducive to the atmosphere that one resides within.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's all fun and games here, buddy, old pal.
I
It's all
have
fun and games till a squirrel shows up. Hey, Gigi.
Oh, and looky there.
See, Hunter has really been helping me line things up in my life.
Yeah, but just that powder line is not enough to follow.
Oh, there's no following Hunter. He gets that. He gets all that shit taken care of. Aren't you going
He's
to
probably
pee?
got a- Yes, yeah, I was just trying to keep up, make sure I didn't have to throw your ass in the back room while I'm gone. I want
Anyone?
these other people to speak. I will be listening, but I want these other people to speak too. And Jeff B, hello, if that's the real you. I'm trying to. I'll look here in a minute. I got to go bathroom. I'll be right back.
Anyone could see the road that they walked on was paved in blow. Paved in blow.
Yep.
So how's everybody been doing? Hey, everybody out there.
It's been a good day, a good evening, and good to see you up on panel. I
Yeah.
catch you on other channels, and I be watching.
Yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot. When this stuff starts getting weird, I just back out.
I understand. And when has it not been weird in the last 2 years, huh?
Yeah.
Are we talking like Bud Light weird or?
Bud White with blue pills weird.
Yeah, Bud Light is just one piece of it.
Yeah,
That is definitely weird.
I seen there was a commercial today trying to reinstate it, and it kind of made me laugh. I caught a portion of it on YouTube, but it was just in an ad, and I thought, yeah, you're going to have to reach harder than that to regain.
Yeah, Gigi, he's going to dialysis and still going. So he's doing all right.
Dialysis ain't no good.
No. It worries me that even if you're doing better, they want to keep you hooked.
Mhm.
That's why I learned my herbs. You learn your herbs and you relieve some of the dependency on all of that shit.
I just got to learn between me and him what herbs work to help work your kidneys to get them to reset or to clean up or.
Well, if you're like to clean the blood out,
Yeah, and that.
look into parsley, man. Look into parsley and cilantro.
All right.
My experience with parsley, if everybody doesn't mind, I'm not trying to take over because, Shane doesn't like it when I talk everything. And rightfully so. I'm a talker. But my experience with parsley is I was pulling more fluids off of my mom when she was in hospice than we were putting into her system. And they kept on poisoning her with the pain pills and stuff. But once I gave her the option for alternatives, like my mom knew the alternatives and she knew what was going on. Like she still died. Like I didn't save her from being dead, but I'm not Jesus.
Yeah.
But
That's like
yeah,
that Synachrome stuff that Shane's brother learned about. It worked on Wyatt. It reset his pancreas, whatever. He hasn't had sugar. That's whenever they'd bring it up there. He has no issues with any kind of sugar diabetes.
That's what I said. When I found it from my brother, he went within 30 days. He was diabetic free.
Yeah, Wyatt took it for 1 month. He took it one in the morning, one at night, and within a month, his sugar was normal.
what is that?
See,
Synachrome, cinnamon, and chromium.
yep.
Chromium's
It
really fucking good for you. And cinnamon, if you would have added black pepper to that, it would have been more active and you could have reduced the amount of chromium and cinnamon you take.
Well, either way, yeah, it's because of the pepper and the curcumin that's in it, but black pepper, yes. But this alone, within 30 days, Chuck, I'm glad I could help, bud.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I've told a bunch of people. He told some of the ladies up there that work at the dialysis clinic, and they're getting it for their kids and relatives and stuff like that. They're diabetic.
Black seed oil is another really good one for a lot of the variety of effects diabetes has on you. I'm gonna have to look up that chromium and cinnamon. That's an interesting. I know what chromium does in your body, and I know what cinnamon it does in your body. I'm just gonna have to look into it more.
It's both of them regulate and then pulls a lot of the sugar out, and they both work on your pancreas, and together, I guess it helps reset it.
Well, what it does is it doesn't pull anything out. What it does is it makes your body respond, so your body does what it's naturally supposed to do.
Yeah.
And so then it naturally pulls it out to where you're not shocking your system with just something foreign introduced to your body, because anything foreign in your body is going to cause a reaction that you may not enjoy. So it has to be natural. So
That's absolutely true, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Our biggest enemy is sugar.
I'll
too,
say
and
opinion.
Sugar's
What,
in
Chuck?
everything. Our biggest enemy is sugar, and that's in pretty much everything we eat that ain't straight out of the ground.
I know
Our
that's
biggest. I disagree with that statement, and let me explain why. I think that our biggest downfall is that we don't do for ourselves what we simply could. Meaning, like, we don't grow gardens, so we don't eat healthy vegetables. So
That's
now we
right.
have to. It's a long process, but ultimately, if you grow your own stuff and minimally buy from the store every once in a while, it changes your body because you're eating healthier.
Yeah, that's why I said everything with what's grown out of the ground. They poison everything else, processed and all that, and sugar's in it.
I think salt is right up there too. A lot of processed foods and store-bought foods are super high in salt as well.
Yeah,
The right
that's why
salts, yes, but they have the wrong salts.
I use
Let me
Himalayan
ask you-
and pink
let me
salt.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Chuck, is your boy back to full, back to work, back to full function now?
Diabetes is gone, but he's still going to dialysis for his kidneys.
Okay.
We're trying to work on that. He's had another herbalist I need to look up to see, but he's got a doctor's appointment. What, Friday?
And it's his kidneys?
Yeah.
All right. Have him start drinking ginger tea
Yep.
with honey, and you can get it in a jar that's already mixed with that, but then add a teaspoon of lemon juice to it and have him start drinking that. That will flush and help with them.
Yeah, I've been doing. I got him some ginger candy for his stomach. They're little ginger chews, and he does bicarbonate. It's been a while. I was doing honey with baking soda, lemon juice, and something else in it.
Yep. And make sure the honey is coming from your area. And when I say your
Yes.
area, it can be from about within 100 miles. But make sure
Yeah,
the honey.
I got a quart mason jar of local honey we use.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes, and and the whiter that shit is, the better. When it's brown, it's already distilled, it's pasteurized, it's all that bullshit. They take out all the good stuff. So make sure it's almost white and pasty.
Hey, my dogs are about to go crazy, and I'm about to eat, so I'm gonna jump down. If you guys are still up when I'm done, I'll pop back up.
All right, bud. We'll see you soon.
Take her
See you
easy.
later, man.
Later.
Look into that parsley and cilantro, man.
All right.
Oh,
Copious
absolutely.
amounts. Peace
Hey.
out.
Take
Thank
it easy.
Yes.
Lots and lots of oregano, lots of oregano too.
Okay.
I want to tell you what, oregano is good for lungs, liver, kidney. Go ahead,
Yep.
the cat.
And mint's good too. If you people have issues out there and they use those puffers, albuterol, the
Yep.
different catnip and oregano and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I
it
was
does
just
the same
gonna
damn thing. Go ahead, the cat.
I was going to say that it's actually been so warm here that the beekeepers and the people that have their bee nests, they've been melting down. Imagine that.
Yep.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I heard somewhere around here that some guy that had, I forget how many million bees he had over there, that somebody set a couple of his things on fire.
These, the wax from the comb has been melting out of them.
So
And the
hot.
They can't put it back together quick enough. Yeah, naturally.
Well, there's ways around that, and it's keep it out of the direct sun.
Well, I'm just kind of reporting what's happening local. I don't know the ramifications, or I don't know where I just went.
During the swamp, I've been trying to read all the comments, but man, it's getting tough. But let me go back and look because there was a couple I wanted to comment on, and one is where is it? I can't find it right now, but let me.
Yeah, Shane, you heard that song that kid singing, that Oliver Anthony, that Richmond and North Richmond?
Yes, it was brought up to me the other day, and I went and listened to it.
It's an awesome song. He says everything on stage that we all want to say pretty much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of comments, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize if I'm missing people, but because I had a couple I wanted to comment on, but son, they're just the
Just
carnivore
like-
diet. And someone asked me a question earlier, and I was going to answer that too. Oh, my thoughts on ordering meat cuts online. Well, if it's from a reputable place, maybe you'll be all right. But you do a little research and make sure it's going to be 100% grain fed and field fed or grass fed.
Yeah, guys, look up. If you're wanting meat, look on here. There's a guy. They do a show called Butcher Brothers. If you get anything, don't get this stuff that's packaged in these little.
Yeah, those little 8-ounce packages or 6-ounce. You are correct, Chuck.
Yeah, the injected bullshit.
Yep.
Butcher Brothers, they're a big butcher place, and I think they ship meat.
Yes, they do.
They're up, I think, in South Ohio or Kentucky or somewhere.
Yeah.
What about the
Yep.
meat? Like when I go to my grocery store to the deli there.
Depends what store you going to and where's the deli.
Yeah, like there's the grocery store I go to has a deli right inside the grocery store. So the packages are, it looks like maybe 5-pound chunks of roast beef or turkey or chicken or whatever, and then you have them slice it for you.
Those are good if you get the ones that ain't processed, and I forget how they label it that it's not been processed.
Yeah, there's a way to figure that out. I can't remember what it was called.
I've been getting the Angus beef from there. Usually get like
See,
$20 at a time.
Yeah, I steered away from Angus beef for a while because there for a while I was getting some bad cuts,
Oh
and
no!
I don't know what they was doing.
Yeah, I got some of it. It's like it was steer meat, some old cow that died, and they cut it up,
Yeah, exactly. It was tough as boot leather.
and it
No
tastes
matter how you
horrible.
cooked it. Yeah, it'd make a turd, but that's about all it would do for you.
It might have been all right for a pot roast or a stew or a soup, but it wasn't worth a shit for a.
Mm-mm.
$16 a pound for grass-fed beef online. Says
Yeah, it's a
Johnny.
little pricey.
Get together with a couple other people and split one. Would be a good idea.
Well, see, and that's what I do is I'll buy half a beef and somebody else will buy the other half. And then I'll pay for the processing, which is about, so usually I pay about $400, $500, $600 for the beef, my half. And then I always get to see the cow before it goes in. And then I pay another 200 and some bucks for the processing. But I'm eating steak for less than what most people can even buy hamburger for.
Yeah, hamburgers
And
got
that's-
ridiculous.
Oh shit! Everything's got ridiculous here lately.
Yeah,
Like
that last year when they assassinated all them chickens, and now chickens are like ribeye price.
Yes, they
I
are.
noticed that at my grocery store too. The chicken breast was more expensive than the Angus beef.
That's because they killed 80-some million chickens last year.
Oh wait! Y'all are missing it. You don't think we're going to have higher prices again next year? And it's going to be blamed on whoever gets in office. Next year, our beef prices are going to go through the roof. And you know why? They skyrocketed the price. Everybody run them all in. Now no one's got any freaking beef left because they sold them all. So next year, the end of this year and the first of next year, our price is going to go through the freaking roof. So if you can get it now,
they're even selling them young and underweight just to get that good money.
You damn right. So if you go to buy beef, get all you can now, and I mean, you better buy you a deep freeze because you ain't seen the prices like they're fixing to hit. They did this shit on purpose because I mean, there at one time our sale barn was selling. Holy cow, we was selling. And this is a little bitty town. We was selling 16,000 head, which we was out doing every big city around it. They was bringing them to us because our price was so good. And now the other day they couldn't even have a sale because they only had 32 head in there. Hello, it's coming.
There was some massive cattle ranch fires in the last year too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember specifically the dairy cattle one.
Good, the cat's back. I knew he bounced, or he probably lost connection.
I had the dead cat bounce going on. Yahoo come up with something on StreamYard here, and I couldn't get out of it. I could hear y'all, but I couldn't get out past what they were doing.
Yeah, hell, a minute ago, my camera acted up, and then when I went to move the camera, the computer just restarted.
What's
going on?
It went sideways somehow.
Every time I hit StreamYard, my computer starts doing wonky, so I guess I'm being watched.
No, aren't we all?
Hey, can I tell you a real story?
All right.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yesterday morning, I sat there and watched this. I see this truck pull up in front of my driveway. blocks my driveway. And it was not any of the local. It was Altec. They went up on my pole and they affixed a box up on the lamp, the street lamp. This box has cameras in both directions and looking down. And I watched to see if they did them anywhere else on the street. And not that I could find yet, but it's in front of my house.
Yeah, I bet you get a 5G signal over close to that light too.
Well, I'm on 5G right now, but
Mr. DeCat, I didn't say this out loud, but I'm going to.
all right, buddy, go.
Either get you a high-powered BB gun or 22 and alleviate that problem.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
my thoughts were if shit hits the fan, that's the first available target.
Old wrist rocket slingshot.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's creepy though
yeah.
for them to do that right out front of your house.
Right in front at my edge of my driveway.
That's creepy.
Well, and it makes you wonder,
But-
is yours a busy road
it-
or is it a busy intersection?
It's supposedly no. I'm on a street that runs about 900 foot in one direction towards the north, and it runs and goes around the curve about an eighth of a mile away from me. But the cameras on it are looking both directions. They're bidirectional, and there's also one that looks straight down, just like you see. It's like any outdoor infrared camera.
They put one up here. They're putting in a Family Dollar Tree up here, right around the corner from me, on the same road. They had a little campground there with, you could probably put 20 or 30 campers in it. They bought the place out, and they're putting that in there. And the first thing before they even broke ground out there, they put a telephone pole up with a 1 foot by 2 foot white box with a huge camera that moves, and it's got a rubber whip antenna on it that sticks up probably 3 feet.
Welcome to our beautiful government, ladies and
I think
gentlemen.
John H has a good idea there for DeCat. It says place some LEDs to watch out the cameras.
And I think it's got a solar panel on top of it too.
It does.
Yeah, place some IR LEDs outside and just watch the cameras out. Yep. It does work. It
Okay.
does work.
I'm going to make a trip around the block and see what frequency or see how many they have installed. But I watched them as they departed my house, thinking that maybe they were going to go to the next one on the curve and install one, but they just kept on going. But they did connect it up to the transformer, and I saw them tie it in.
It's all strategic, man.
Oh, I know. Everything's orchestrated. I'm not a fool to that. In fact, from the perspective of what they can and can't do these days, I think it probably can detect what your motions or what you're doing in your house.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
it wouldn't surprise me none. They've had that technology for the last 25 years, to be honest with you.
But apparently
yeah.
the old lead paint, if you've got lead paint in your house, apparently that'll block a lot of the signals.
Yep.
That's why they outlawed lead paint. Hello, it wasn't because it was toxic to your body, since we've been growing up on it for 300 years. Hello.
Yeah, me and you were talking about that, Shane. My house built in 1920, so it's probably got 10 coats of lead-based paint inside and out.
So you're probably as safe as anybody out there.
With a metal roof over this back room on me, and I wish I'd got it on with the whole house, but
Engine 10, hello. Good to see you. Tasha, you're waiting on Noah's Ark, honey. Remember, Noah's Ark didn't save a whole lot of people, but it did save some critters. I'm not
Well,
saying people weren't on it, but
I'm thinking it's not going to flood again, but it'll be by fire this time.
we'll become Hawaii.
Well, there's wicked floods in China right now.
Yeah.
At least one of their
Oh, yeah.
major dams burst, and it's
Oh,
wiping
it's
out.
been like that for the last 3.5 years.
Well, another one
Remember,
just hit.
you guys got some storms up there last week, didn't you, Shane?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
The
storm. That
worst
one.
ones were a couple weeks ago, yeah, but yeah, we've had some rough ones.
Did you watch the trajectory of that storm as it was coming down? It was going like south by southeast, and all of a sudden, when it hit about the center of Oklahoma, it started going due east.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I watched
They're
them
like, we
drop.
don't want this. We don't want this to hit Texas.
I want to tell you what. I watched them hit Guyman, Oklahoma, which is 60 miles west of me. And I watched him hit Guyman, and whatever hits Guyman usually hits us. But after it hit Guyman and passed Guyman, it dropped straight south and dropped into Texas, and just that's the one that produced the tornado that tore out
Yeah.
Berryton, Texas, which is 45 miles south of me.
It's probably that same bunch of ones that storms gathered up and collected up in Dallas, and then started going due east.
Yeah, because I warned Ronnie York about that. I said, "Hey, bud, you got some wicked shit coming right at you, so be careful. You got some wicked shit. Go ahead, the cat.
Y'all believe that they steered?
Do we believe what now? I'm sorry.
That they could be steered and manipulated?
Oh yeah. When that storm was coming through, I was going to take Wyatt to dialysis, and I've seen 3 of those MRAT looking, military looking trucks, but these were grayish white, and they had little satellite dishes and array things all over in different plots, and they were headed towards Dallas. And about the time I picked Wyatt up and was on my way home, all hell started breaking loose. So in a 4-hour period, the storm got really, really bad, and they were headed that way. So I'm guessing they're either driving it, irritating the sky. Who knows what they were spraying? But they can remote
Lost
control.
Chuck.
Huh?
Uh-oh, we lost him again. Steve-O, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, Shane. Doing all right.
Good,
I just jumped up here. I wanted to show you what I'm working on. I've been painting rocks today,
Uh-oh.
and I painted you a rock, actually.
Uh-oh.
So let's see. What's Mr. Shane's rock look like? Oh, look at there. Shane's Lounge.
Nice.
Okay, I got him out right now because I'm spraying a clear coat on him. So I'm going to flip Shane's Lounge over. What do we get? What do we get on the other side of Shane's Lounge? Let's chill.
Hell yeah.
So we
I
go
like
to Lane. We go to Shane's Lounge to chill. We hop over to Mr. B's. There we go.
Oh no, we lost him.
There we go.
That was my fault. I hit the wrong one. The cat's back in here, and I tried to hit him, and I missed it.
There we got a Mr. B rock.
Hello.
We turn Mr. B around. Mr. B rocks. And notice he rocks in all those colorful colors.
Just like his shirt.
Just like his shirt. And then we'll jump over to Miss D.
Oh, yeah.
And her favorite color is purple. Whoops. Just slip off of my chair here. Anyway, Miss D's favorite color is purple. And her phrase is, happy wife, happy life.
All I'm going to say is happy wife is a happy wife. There is no happy life for you. If she's happy, she's happy.
And then we got
Period.
Mr. Ed over here.
Yep.
Mr. Ed is the Eddie Gannon.
Yep.
And then we got the Creek Rock. Creek is the alligator. Creek's the rock. And then we got Danny.
Yep.
Malibu Danny. And Steve Harloa. And you flip Steve Harloa over, and you get Nina and Pablo.
Yep, all from
Yeah.
Hawaii.
And these are ones that I usually put around the campground. It says, "I'm a piece of the sky. Flip me over to see." Flip it over, and it's nothing but the sky. And then this is my mushroom farm.
Yeah, I remember my dad used to have a rock by the front door.
So
He called it a pet rock, and it said on there, it said, "If I'm dry, it's sunny. If I'm wet, it's raining. And if you don't see me, I'm stolen," or something to that order.
right,
Oh, hell
my
yeah.
brother had a pet rock in his 1950 Chevy, and he had it on the dashboard. He'd tell me, "This is my pet rock, Rocky." He thinks he's a box boy at Ralph's Market. Next time I get in, "This is my pet rock, Rocky." He thinks he's an electrician. Finally, I get in one day. I'm like, "Hey, Mike, what happened to your pet rock, Rocky?" "Oh, Rocky? Yeah." He finally realized he was a rock, and he took a flying leap at somebody.
Hey, you dig it.
So,
Hello, Jeremy. Good to see you, bud.
That's right on, Steve. Oh, that would have taken you a fair amount of time, and it looks like you did a really good job on it too.
oh yeah, but they're not all in a day. I mean, each one of them takes a while, but it's here and there, just something to do.
Hello, Skinner. Good to see you, hon.
Which I haven't got around to yours yet, JM, but it's coming. You're on the list.
Larry Schultz, welcome in. Son, where's everybody been all night?
What's up, Larry?
Hoot Al, hello, welcome.
Hey, Hoot.
Tasha's from Oklahoma, Wheezy, if you want a quick answer. I'm not going to give her location, but I will say she is from Oklahoma.
How's Buddy doing, Steve-O?
Oh, buddy's doing fine. I've been brushing him out, so today I gave him another bath just to let him dry out naturally and everything.
Yep.
And then tomorrow I'll do probably his final undercoating brush because he still has a little bit of undergrowth around his tail. And he don't like me messing with it too much. So that's why I gave him the bath today. Maybe that'll help loosen it all up.
Yeah. There's a conditioner that you can get too that I think will help.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, what I'm using, my granddaughter actually, went out and got this stuff for her own hair and turned out that she can't use it, but it's a mane and tail and body shampoo and conditioner. So it's used for animals. It's for horses and stuff.
Yeah, it's for horses, and that's that Corona. What the hell is that called? Because we used to use it all the time on the horses.
Yeah, this is from Straight Arrow. Yeah. So
Hey,
that's the shampoo I've been using.
Hey, Hoot. Hey, Cindy D.
Tasha Huntley, don't be ashamed where you're from. Just be happy where you're at, that you're no longer in that mess. You don't have to tell anybody where you're from when you're in a better place.
Yeah, I don't know why my granddaughter couldn't use the shampoo, but there was something. Nope, I can't use it. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, she might. Does she have thin hair?
Not really thin, but she has colored it quite a bit. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not.
Yeah, it probably does.
Hey, Chris.
It's like every 2 to 3 months she's putting another color in it. So
Yeah,
I don't know if she'll ever find anything that's going to be good for her hair.
No, she's just destroying it.
I'm going to mute and stuff. I'm going to go get a cigarette and grab me something to eat real quick.
All right. That sounds good.
Hi, Chrissy Cat. Yeah, the best thing is for her not to color her hair.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've been around Chuck for, well, shit. He's been around, me and him been around each other for a little over 3 years. Hello, Devil Dog. Welcome back.
So
Indeed.
JM, Buddy has started vocalizing more yesterday and today.
Oh,
He's almost to a bark. Not quite a bark, but almost. Ooh, 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 ooh. Trying to get my attention and stuff. So,
but not
okay, at
until
least you're trying to vocalize. That's good.
I didn't realize that he wasn't vocalizing before. But
Yeah, when we first got him, he wouldn't vocalize. He wouldn't whimper. Nothing. There's no sound out of him. But now,
Oh,
as
he just,
days have gone by,
he
we're
didn't.
getting a little more.
Yeah, he just hid in the corner. So that really, that tells you right there that he's very gun
Yeah, I
shy
think he was
around people
neglected.
he don't know.
Yep, I think he was neglected, and now that he's been around us, he's getting to know all of us, especially my grandson. When me or my grandson comes around, he just perks up instantly, and my daughter too, actually.
yeah, so he's probably feeling comfortable and starting to, feel at home,
Yep,
his new home.
yep. Because he's not heading back up to that corner where he used to whimper to. He stays out here on the grass in the yard.
Nice. Well,
Uh,
you've done a great thing there.
oh yeah. Devil Dog. Yes, I did watch that video you sent me. I brought it up. I told everybody to go find it, Buddy Brown. And like I said, it's on YouTube. We'll go from there. And then Kino did drop it after I said that. So it's been put out there. And there's several people on here that have seen it. So it was quite interesting. And it had a little bit of humor in it. I like that too, the way he presents shit. Thank you, Kino. I appreciate that.
I don't know if you knew about this, Shane, but I actually walk a dog that looks really similar to Steve-O's new puppy.
To his husky, yeah.
Yeah, the one in the middle there in the picture I'm showing,
Yes.
which I thought
Good
was
size. Good
I thought
size
it was
dog.
really cool. Yeah.
Who was taking the pic?
I had it actually on a GoPro on a tripod, and that's part of a video. So what I did is I just took a screenshot of it for the picture.
Oh, okay. Now is that Great Pyrenees, the white one?
That's a Samoyed,
Samoyed, yeah.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
she's yappy. Like when we go for a walk, she's barking probably 25% of the time.
Ugh. Yeah.
It's like a happy bark. She's got a big smile on her face. It's like she's trying to announce to the world that she's cruising around and going on an adventure.
Yeah. Shane, he showed me that picture the other day, and the
Yeah.
white Samoyed is,
Yeah.
I grew up with one. That's what I used to sleep with, the white Samoyed like that when I was growing up. Now I'm sleeping with the other dog he's walking, Buddy.
Mm,
So
Well,
that's my,
and like I said, there's some dogs if I can't see the picture clearly, I just guessed that might have been a Great Pyrenees, but now that I look at it a little closer, no, that's nowhere close.
yeah, it's just short of a polar bear.
They're part of the Spitz family. Spitz.
Yep. Welcome back, the cat again.
Again? Oh, the cat.
All right, I gotta step away a second. Be right back.
Beat me to it. I'm going to be stepping away in about 5 minutes for a moment. It rained here all day. And so I was actually supposed to walk those two that I was, well, these two here. I was
Right.
supposed to walk them today, but it was not quite pouring rain, but it was pretty steady rain, so I canceled. That white dog is incredibly difficult to dry.
Yes.
If you take her out for a walk, like that fur just absorbs the water like a sponge.
Yep. Not so bad if the water just lays on the fur, but if you touch them, it goes right down to the skin.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
if she were to shake, right? You know how a dog will shake
Right.
to get the
It
water off?
repels it. Yeah.
That'll expel it. Yeah. But if you
Yeah.
try to dry her with a towel and she doesn't do that, like good luck.
Yeah. And it's hard to get them to shake when they're being rained on.
Mhm.
It's usually after it stops that they want to shake.
Yeah.
Son, Devil Dog got 3 inches of rain just last night.
It's been raining
Yep.
here all day. It's still raining.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're depriving us of it again. I'm out here in California. They just deprive us of it all the time.
Well, they don't want to put out the fires because they don't get all the government money.
Yeah. And then if it does rain, we end up with the mudslides. So go figure.
Yep. Yep. So either way, you get the government money for help.
California ain't ready for nothing. I mean, we have an earthquake, we got to shut everything down. We have, if it snows, we got to shut down all the roads because people in California don't know how to drive in the snow. We can't win for losing around here.
And
We get a
technically,
little bit of rain in the mudslides.
they
Got shut down the
probably
road, they can't drive.
Wheezy, excuse me, the grandkids are fine. And Tasha, do I have Pruitt's grocery store? No, I have not one of them anywhere close to me. George, how you doing?
Hi, George.
Yeah, because the last name's a pain. Echevarria, something like that.
Digging
Hello.
up the Carolinas, thought that white dog there was a sheep.
Yeah.
Damn, D-Dog, I guess I'd brag too. We got 3 inches here. It'd probably just sit on top of the ground. It'd seal it shut.
Isn't that lovely? And then it all runs off and no penetration.
Yeah, we sound like cheap whores up here bragging about 3 inches, huh?
Yeah, that ain't no shit. Hey, Tasha, quit looking for grocery stores that's selling meat cuts. Go to a damn butcher.
Right?
Just go straight
Kroger
to the
still
damn-
has a butcher there, and you can get good deals through them still. I keep an eye on if you got a Kroger around you, that is.
I'm not sure where she is, but yeah, Kroger, Buy for Less, which is in the city mostly. There's a lot of places out there that you can't, and you can even go straight to where some people take their meat to be butchered and they only have half of it sold, so the other half no one wants. So they turn around and sell that stuff. I do that all the time. Or
Yeah, we have
sometimes
store
you'll
here
find
like
a place. What's that, Vicky?
We have a store here like that.
Yeah, and there's also places that they order only from the best meat places in the area, and that's all they sell. And they'll cut it up and season it or whatever you need it done, and those are butcher shops.
Yeah, the guy that works in the one over here, him and Chuck are like buddies, and they'll let Chuck know when all the steaks and stuff are marked down.
Yeah, it's an old IGA store.
Yep.
Yeah, one of my daughter's best friends is the butcher at the market out here. It's Albertson's Market, but he's the butcher. So every time he gets some decent cuts in or whatever, he'll call her and tell her, I got this in if you want some. I got this, I got that. So
Yeah, Albertsons
she gets some pretty
is good.
decent cuts.
You go down into Texas, Albertsons and United. See, my granddad was a manager of all the meat departments in the entire state of United down there in Texas. And, I used to get hell of a deals. I could walk in with my name and they knew exactly who I was. But now I've kind of weaned off of that over the years. New managers and shit. But, and Albertsons was the same way because my cousin, he was manager of Albertsons there in Texas. And I could run down to Pampa, which is only an hour and 45 minutes, and pick up all the shit I wanted. He'd always give me a hell of a deal.
I don't know. They used to have the best crab log.
That crab dip.
Yep.
Well, we had a German woman that used to make ours and our Albertsons. Oh my God, I don't know. Hers was so good.
You can find any of them old German recipes, even the sausage, the old German sausage, and it usually comes in the big coils. And you get it from a real butcher shop and a real place that makes their own. I'm going to tell you what, you cannot beat that with a stick. Oh, you could, but it's good as hell.
There's a place over in Louisiana that we hadn't bought meat from in years, but their old meat cutter shop, they're right there on the border of Louisiana and Arkansas.
Yeah.
A place called Sarepta. But all they are is a meat processing place. And he said, keep a hold of us. He goes, a lot of times we get people like you're talking about, somebody will want a half or a quarter, and we end up with either a half, 3/4, or a quarter left or whatever. And
Yep.
he said, a lot of times we'll sell it for our cost.
Sweet.
Yeah, they just want their money back. Just take this shit and give me some money, and hell, we're happy.
We went
That's
up and
what I
bought
do.
a half. We bought a half years ago when we got in there. He goes, what do you think of neck roast? He goes, you like neck roast? I said, yeah. He goes, I'll throw you some of them extra in there. And he goes, you like liver and you eat beef liver? And I said, yeah. And he goes, we got a bunch of that. He goes, I got 70 pounds of hamburger meat that I want to get out of a freezer because I'm fixing to clean it out. He goes, I'll throw that. And ended up with 160 pounds of hamburger on top of everything else we got.
Nice.
He give me like $300 worth of damn food. Just because I was there at the right time.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, I'm telling you what, yes, you can, and when they're doing pigs, it's the same damn way. You can get some of the best pork out of them places that can't get rid of it, and you can get it for a little nothing. You'll get it for the process price. In other words, it's usually right around $2, $3 a pound. You can't buy that shit right now anywhere else. I'm sorry.
I knew
Go
a
try
set of twins. I knew a set of twins that for their preteen school assignment, it was a 4-H project. They raised a pig, took it to the county fair. Dad told them the pig's not coming home from the fair, and they entered it. It won whatever ribbons or whatever, and they went to load it back up into the trailer. And the kids are all excited, that they're getting to take the pig home. Daddy didn't take the pig home. He took it right to the butcher shop. And the boys sit there. Yep. The boys sit there and watch the butcher slaughter it, cut it all up and everything. Said it's all part of the project, buddy. So he taught his two boys. He taught both the boys, this is what it's all about.
These
This
are
is
not
why you
pets.
did that. And then they said they weren't going to eat it or whatever, but they didn't realize, 2 weeks later, the bacon they had for breakfast was that pig.
I want to tell you what, my mama was the same way. She'd get cows and stuff given to her, pigs and goats, and they were all pets. You couldn't eat them. So I said, "You're going to let that 1,200-pound cow just die, and we have to bury the damn thing?"
Right.
Well, yeah. I said, "No, go on vacation. Go somewhere. I'll tell you some bitch died, and I'm going to bring you and fill up your damn ice chest or your freezers."
Yeah.
And I
My
told her
grandma
straight out.
used to keep my grandma used to keep quilts made for people around where she lived in Tennessee, and she had one of them huge old round top bubble top chest freezers, and they kept it full of pork, beef, chicken, and eggs all the time. She'd make quilts for their kin folks and different ones, and they'd always just keep her freezer full.
Oh, hell yes. Ronnie York, hello, brother. Good to see you in here. Good to see you.
I don't know if any of y'all got a store called Cash Saver. What is around y'all? I was in there today. The one they got over in Marshall. It's an offshoot of Piggly Wiggly, and they got some kind of special over there. It's a box of pork ribs for $15, and it's a 15-pound box.
Holy shit.
That's $1 a pound. I ain't seen ribs like that since the 80s.
We had some on sale here in my little town for $1.69 a pound, and when they did, I had one in my hands. I said, "Yeah, I want 6," and he did. Now, if they're the Santa Fe style cut rib, no, we won't buy that crap ever again. But if they're beef or just regular pork short ribs, yeah. And so we stock up on that shit. I think I still got 6 or 8. Well, we had so many, I had to put them in his freezer too, up there in my little apartment that I let him stay in.
Years ago, when I lived up in Ohio in the 80s, they had an IGA store in that town we lived in, and I went in there one day to get my check cashed. I seen a sale sign on the wall up there. This was like 86, 87. It was St. Louis pork ribs, which is the longer set of ribs. Baby backs are nice, but they just trimmed down.
Right.
75 cents a pound. And I'm like, I was cashing my check, and I'm like, she goes, "We're going to have to charge you $5 to cash your check." I said, "What if I'm going to be shopping in here?" She goes, "Well, how much are you going to spend?" I'm like, "That rib special, tell the butcher to wrap me up. I want $150 worth of them 75 cent a pound ribs," because Dad had a freezer at the house and he's bitching about it running and nothing in it. So I went home and put $150 worth of ribs in it. They go, like, "You left us only like 20 pounds of ribs." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
You weren't selling them anyway, apparently. Somebody should have come bought them. Mr. Willie D, hello, welcome in. Yeah, there's a lot of places. I mean, if you just know how to look and know what to look for, you can save a lot of money. And trust me, even my little grocery store right here, it's a one-off, and it has its little sales Wednesdays through Sundays. But I can go in there and say, "Hey, I want a quarter beef." He will call and have it ordered in. They'll cut it to my liking. And it's fairly inexpensive for a quarter beef or a half beef.
Yeah, because you're getting it, they're buying it at their price, and they're going to give you a deal, so you're getting it cheaper probably than if you went to one of them shops.
Oh, yeah. Hoot Owl says, "Shane, how many pounds of meat do you can get in one of those small deep freezes?"
400 pounds.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what. If you organize it, you can get enough to last you damn near a year in there, hon.
Unless it's one of those little 2.5 by 2.5 foot ones that probably 200, 250 pounds maybe.
Yeah, but those little 2 foot or 30 inches by 36 inches or so by 3 foot tall, those damn things you could stack a boatload in if you organize it. Now, if you just start throwing shit in there, you ain't gonna get no weight in it. All right, you're not on panel no more, DeCat. So you bailed. You're good. Now, if you're still seeing it, it may be because you're on a lag on your TV.
I just took you a pair of socks.
I got some.
All right, Wheezy, have a good night.
Yeah, the little grocery store that's right here where we're at, and I go in there. I'll buy marked down pork if it doesn't look at anything weird, and I'll buy chicken wings if they got them, because a lot of times they get the chicken wings. But normally, any kind of beef, I'll buy it. I don't care if it's starting to get color on it or what. The beef aging ain't gonna hurt it.
No. Like I said, I've been to, I can go to Billings, I can go to Walmart, all these stores around me, and the best meat selections I find are right here in my little town in this little one-off store. They only own the one anymore. They used to own one down 25 miles away, but I want to tell you what, I found the best prices and the best cuts right here in the butcher. I can call him and say, hey, and he won't charge me a damn dime for cutting up a whole ribeye roll or a whole T-bone roll. So I'll give him $100, whatever it costs for it, and he'll just cut the whole damn thing up for me, any cut I want. So
It's beautiful.
I don't mind. But when I go to buy meat and I want to stock my freezers, that's what I do. I go to either butchers or butcher shops that only sell meat that they buy off of, fresh, or I go right to the actual slaughterhouse. And they're usually privately owned.
Yeah, I go to the slaughterhouse all the time to pick up beef heart for 15 cents a pound.
Yeah, see, I can't eat that.
I heard that makes good stew.
Well, that's what your Coney chili's actually supposed to have for a meat is beef heart.
Ooh. So
That's like dirty rice and boudin. It uses pig heart and pig liver. So.
Chicken livers, chicken hearts.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had beef heart, but definitely had chicken. My mom used to make chicken heart soup.
Never had it.
Yep, I ain't had that, and I ain't had tongue, and I ain't had a lot of things. I'm just not. I've had liver, and I can't stand liver.
You said tongue and D-Dog. I seen that look on his face like he's fixing to say something.
I've had beef tongue once and didn't know it when I had it, but it was actually good. They told me the next day what it was.
That's
and it was off of a roach coach.
Past me.
It was off a roach coach. I went up and I asked him for tacos, and he says, I'm out of meat. I'm like, dude, you got a roach coach there and you ain't got no meat? So about 10 minutes later, he came and gave me some tacos. The next day, he asked, how was those tacos? I said, pretty good. He said, you know what they were? I said, yeah, tacos. He said, it was beef tongue. Well, I'm glad you didn't tell me yesterday, but yeah, it was good.
Lickety
tender,
split tacos.
John H., you are correct. I don't eat anything that used to be a filter. That's where all the toxins are. But I mean, a lot of people used to. I mean, my mom would try to slip my liver to us.
You eat kibasi and sausage. You eat what on the way out, so you might as well eat it on the way in.
Oh my God. Yes, and Wheezy. Yep. Thank you, Weezy. Thank you, Caution.
I grew up with too many coon asses and rednecks. I'll eat about anything.
There's a lot of people out there that will eat. Hey, they don't waste nothing on an animal.
Yep. I had rattlesnake chili. That was pretty good.
Yep, it's like
I've
shrimp.
never had a rattlesnake, and I'm in the middle of rattlesnake land.
Rattlesnake's awesome. Even water moccasin, I've had it before. I just can't get. You're gonna have to serve it to me, so I don't know what the hell it is. You can take rattlesnake meat and make fried rice with it, Shane, and you'll swear it's shrimp fried rice.
Yeah, no.
With a toss and twist.
Yeah,
So, Mr. D-Dog, what brings you up this evening there, buddy?
I don't know. And Cindy, the only thing that the brains of an animal's good for is to mix with a stomach acid to tan the hide.
Pretty much.
My uncle was telling us brains are good for you. They make you smart. My cousin was standing there in front of his dad when he said that, and he's like, "Well, what happened to you? I've seen you eat a lot of brains."
I think you get dumber the more you eat. Quit eating them.
It was so off the wall when he said it. We was probably 13, 14 years old. He didn't even slap him for it. He just laughed about it. He goes, "That was a good one." He's like, "See, I told you."
Yeah, like growing up, I used to eat a lot of those Smarties, and that shit didn't work.
No,
Yeah,
Budweiser
I
didn't make me
know.
smart either. So
No, made me bloated. Hello, Becky Justice. Good to see you, hon.
Hi, Becky.
Cindy, I don't
Silver
think I'd have had my breakfast except the eggs. I think I'd throw the rest of that shit away. I've never had brains. And I have, well, boy, that sounds intelligent. I have never eaten brains, and I don't want to. I've seen some of the repercussions that can come off of what if you get a tainted brain that
Yeah,
hits and you eat it. It causes a lot of stimulus problems in your body.
you end up with mad cow from eating brains, huh?
Yep. Oh my God. There's so many concoctions out there.
You know what
Yes, I
brains
know,
and eggs
Chrissy
taste
Cat,
like?
Chrissy Cat, I did let that come out. Yes, I've never had brains.
Brains are kind of like greasy, lard, livery mush. It's like mashed potatoes. I've had brains and eggs before. I ate them because it was there, but that wasn't my favorite.
The Amish around here make head cheese, and it looks absolutely disgusting.
That's
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I'll eat head cheese and souse meat and all that, but the head cheese has to be really spicy or I won't touch it.
John H., this is your brain on brains. Ever ate a hot dog, Shane? Yes, I have.
Yeah, you've ate the butthole of the animal.
Yes. Lips and asshole. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like Nathan's the best. It's pure beef.
I was in elementary school, and they took us to the Farmer John plant where they made the hot dogs. A lot of us stopped eating hot dogs after we found out.
Yep. You
One of the
look
field
at a
trips we
cow and
took-
you see their lips, and you look at their assholes, and you're going,
One of the field trips we took back in the 70s was up there in Michigan, D-Dog, and it was a hot dog plant up there, and I can't remember where it was. We went 2 or 3 different times. One to the Henry Ford Museum, then we went to some kind of Amish bread place, and then we went to a hot dog place, and they showed us all the different stuff, and it looked like everything that went in them hot dogs is stuff that nobody wanted to eat.
Yep. We were at the Farmer John's plant, and then they took us later to the Hostess bakery, where they were doing all the Twinkies and ding dongs and all that stuff. Love that one.
yeah.
As far as factories go, one of my favorite ones to go through is the Jiffy plant.
Oh.
Yep, they always give you a little box of usually the cornbread, the Jiffy.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jiffy cornbread mix? Yeah.
Yep.
I like that cornbread. I use that in my dressing because it's one of every time I use anything else or make it from scratch, it's just got a different taste.
Yep. Yeah, that Jiffy cornbread actually has a good texture to it too.
Yeah. I cook mine, I add honey to it. I add honey to the cornbread mix when I bake it.
I do a brown sugar, and that's when they want just buttered cornbread to eat with something. But when I make it to make Thanksgiving dressing or stuffing or whatever, I just put a lot of black pepper in it.
That'd be good.
Yeah, the cat. I will say this: Wolf Brand chili and dog food. You open both cans at the same time, you will not tell the difference between the two.
Smells
They
like
smell
Mexican dog
identical.
food.
They smell identical. They just got a different wrapper on them. So, are they eating chili or are we eating dog food? Pretty sure it's the latter of the two.
You got to have a good nose and be able to smell the chili powder and what you call it in it. I used to like it. I don't like it no more. It's nasty anymore.
Yeah, Chrissy, that'd be kind of cool to see the Tabasco plant. Whenever I'm going through Mexico, that's the only time I ever use Tabasco. And I don't care if I'm drinking it or eating it, 2 or 3 drops of Tabasco goes on everything. But I don't want to go through the gut infection again.
Yeah.
No, I eat Tabasco on everything right now.
I like Louisiana hot sauce or Crystal, but I think Crystal hot sauce is still Louisiana hot sauce. As a matter of fact, I think it's made either in Angola prison or close to it.
Chrissy Cat, what is blood pudding? Don't ask, you don't want to know. It is actually what it says, blood pudding. It is blood and gelatin. And the gelatin is usually pig bones. You go buy Jell-O at a grocery store. You know what it is. The powder
Pig
that makes it gel is pig bones, ground pig bones. And you know
It's
a pig
collagen.
will eat about anything.
Yep. It's whole
Now, that's-
collagen,
Yep.
which is good for you, but it's not too thought happy though. Doesn't that sound yummy, Shane? Pudding that instead of chocolate they put blood in.
No. Sorry, no. We got a blood plant north of us. Well, they take all the blood from National Beef, which
Yeah.
is a big slaughterhouse that everybody gets most of their beef from. It's one of them here in the United States. And there's a blood plant just north of there, about 67. Well, it's probably 50 miles north of there. And they take all the blood up there, and that is what they do with it. They refine it and repurpose it and mix honey and molasses with it. And I'm like, ain't eating that shit. Won't touch it. Nope.
I think a certain amount of it goes to dog food places too to make dry dog food on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what it and the horse slaughterhouses do. And who knows what else they sell it to us as, with just a weird name, on the shelf. We buy it, we eat it, think it's great, wonderful, sick, gross, whatever.
Wolf chili, huh?
Yeah, it's all just nasty shit. Yeah, blood meal? No. I don't, anything with blood in the name, I don't touch.
Closest I'll get is I love liver, but that's about. And they say it's bad for you to have too much. So
How do you like your steaks cooked, Shane?
Medium.
I thought you'd be more of a medium rare guy.
Well, now I like mine warm pink middle, but I like it seared on both sides and a warm pink middle and nice and juicy.
me, as long as it ain't blue, I don't like it burned either. A lot
No,
of
I
people want
can't
it
do blue.
not blue and not brown.
I usually go for medium rare.
Yeah, medium rare.
That's where I'm somewhere medium rare.
Yeah, I can do either one, long as it's not blue, like I said.
Yeah.
And it's got to be a warm middle. As long as it's warm, I'm good. If it's a cold middle, like rare, no.
Yeah.
Can't do
A
it.
buddy of mine, he'd wipe both sides across the grill and put it on a plate. And I'm like, dude, you didn't even warm it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
was like
know.
in the movie The Cowboy Way. They says, yeah, knock off his horns, wipe his ass, and throw him on a platter.
Yeah, that's about what he did. He's an old country boy, too. Hell, his grandpa would eat fresh pork chops. He'd open a pack of them up and eat them right out of there and eat them while he's grilling. I'm like, don't them give you worms? He goes, I'm 85 years old. Do you think I got worms?
You think
Probably.
he gives a shit at that point?
But he also he drank tequila all day long, too. So it's probably why he didn't have worms.
Right.
Now, Mr. Devil Dog, how do you like your steak cooked?
15 seconds over this, and I'm good.
You want it to scream and twitch as you cut it, huh?
The damn cow haven't even started screaming.
Yeah, just leave the bell on. I don't care. Just shave it.
Always need more cowbells.
I like it where
You always
the
need more
protein is-
cowbell. You can never go wrong with cowbell.
Yep, never have enough cowbells.
Like I said, I don't mind it as long as the protein ain't cooked out of it, but I can't do it medium well or any of that crap.
That made me love
Or
it.
well, I grew up on that, and yes, we had to put ketchup on it. And that's how Trump likes his done to this day. Is he still likes his well done, and he puts ketchup on it. Well, that's how I grew up, and I was told a long time ago, and I learned that if you have to put anything on a steak to make it taste better, it's done wrong.
Well,
Or
salt
is it
and
back
pepper and a touch of garlic. And every now and then I'll take a little A1, little Worcestershire or whatever and put it in little spots in the plate and rub it in it.
I use soy. I'll do the same thing. I'll use a little bit of soy, but I use onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of Italian on my steaks. Get them done. Sear them up, medium. Throw them on the plate, cut them up. They're nice, tender, juicy. And I'll put a little soy on the damn things. And, or I'll take a big, what they call a gallop of butter, throw it on the top while it's hot, and just let it melt down through it as it cools just a little bit.
Yeah, clarified garlic butter on them is good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, garlic butter is the number one.
My grandfather had the habit of he would make his plate, sit down, and start salt and peppering his plate. And my grandmother would look at him and say, "Why are you doing the salt and pepper? You haven't even tasted it yet."
It don't matter.
He says, "It don't matter. It's part of my process. I make my plate, I sit down, I salt and pepper it, and then I sit down and eat. It don't matter how you cooked it. It needs salt and pepper."
Yep. He knew how his wife cooked.
A lot of them old folks, they'd make sure stuff was well done and well salted, I guess, because back in the Depression, they had to make sure it didn't have nothing in it. They'd kill it off whatever they could. That's the way old man was. We'd go somewhere and get a steak as a kid. Mom would get it medium rare. Dad would get it well done. And he'd come and order and ask what they wanted. She goes, I want mine medium rare. And he wants his ruined.
Well, anything past rare is when you start cooking the flavor out of it.
Yep. You turn it into a piece of shoe heel.
That drives me
Yeah.
nuts when someone serves me a steak that's way overcooked.
Oh,
I've got a
yeah.
couple buddies
It's
that do
beyond
that.
medium, yeah. It's
One guy, he'll cook the steak on a barbecue for an hour. You're like,
Bullshit.
What the hell are you doing? So, well, you got to make
Yeah,
sure it's cooked.
He
Yeah,
better be
John,
cooking
hence,
it
hence
off the
salt
heat.
more. Sorry.
He better be cooking it off the heat, because I want to tell you what. You get a grill hot or a skillet, superheat them. Get them stupid hot.
That's right.
Throw it on one side for 4 to 5 minutes. Flip and never touch it. Flip it over 4 to 5 minutes. Pull it off. It's going to be medium. Period. Every time. And sometimes it's medium rare, a little to the medium rare, sometimes it's to the medium. But it's always a warm pink middle. It's always perfect. I haven't had no complaints.
There's a guy, you know what a rosebud is, right, Shane?
Yes, I do.
Cutting torch. But we had a
Yep.
guy I worked with. He's a welder, and he had a box on the back of his welding truck. And it had a hole in the very center of the top. It's probably 1.5 by 1.5 square. And you lift the top up, and the lid was probably 3 inches deep, and it had a piece of that expanded metal on it. The bottom was 3 inches deep, had expanded metal on it. He had a hole in the center of the top that he'd stick his rosebud on his cutting torch in there and heat them 2 expanded metals up. When he'd get it hot enough, he'd open up and look if it was hot. He'd throw a steak in there and stick that rosebud in the bottom, and he'd count to 30. And that was how long he cooked his steak. But it's put a hell of a sear on it with them expanded metal being red hot. But his steak would be from nothing to hot and medium rare in 30 seconds.
I do that with my George Foreman. Tasha, what do I cook my meat on? It just depends. I've got smokers. I've got roaster ovens. I got propane grills. I got charcoal grills. It just depends on the flavor I'm wanting at that time. But no, I know how to cook on all of them, and I know what it takes. Now on a Foreman, I like them on the thinner steaks that you buy down like at your grocery store. If I didn't have them cut, and I will take and turn my microwave on its clock, its timer. It's a clock timer for the kitchen timer, and I'll turn it on, but I won't hit start yet, and I will get my Foreman as hot as it'll get. And once the green light goes off, then I will open the lid and I will throw the steaks on there. If it's a 1/2 inch or even up to 5/8, I'll set that damn timer for 60 seconds. Period. 60 seconds. Throw them damn things on there, seasoned up, ready to go. Throw them on there. And when it's done, after 60 seconds and that timer goes off, I go unplug it and I let them sit till it quits sizzling. Them things will finish cooking themselves just perfect. They'll be medium. I mean, tender, juicy. It's just, I figured out ways to cook all this shit over the last 20 years.
You go anything past medium rare, and you're just drying it out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got to keep it pink in the middle. Yeah, Weezy, that's a problem. A lot of people mix it down too far. A lot of people mix it down too far. Now, granted, you don't want 90 or 100% beef hamburger because, yes, it is very dry. There's no backstrap in it. But what I do when I get it, when it's 90%, I'll take, for every pound, I'll put 2 pounds of bacon. I'll have ground up. I'll buy a 2 or 3 pound bacon log. I'll have it ground up into like hamburger, and I'll put a 1/4 pound to every pound of hamburger just to give it the flavor and to give it more backstrap in it. And I ain't had no complaints on my burgers.
Shit, I need to do that.
I got a buddy down here. He does that same stuff. He makes his meatloafs up, and he'll put bell pepper, onions, jalapenos, and bacon in it.
Yep.
Mix it all up, salt and pepper, and he puts them on the meatloafs on the smoker like that.
Oh, hell yes.
And I heard you right, Shane. You mix bacon in with the hamburger.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What a great idea.
Yes, I do. And I usually try to buy a very good pricey bacon because this new bacon, all these generic shits, doesn't taste like bacon, doesn't smell like bacon, it just smells like shit. So I buy like Wright's or something like that, a big thick bacon. I have them grind it up for me right there in the store. And I mix a 1/4 pound to every pound of hamburger. Now, if I'm making a meatloaf, and it's a 4 pound meatloaf, I got a pound of bacon in that bitch with
Nice.
all
I'm
my
coming
other
over.
ingredients. Yep. And
I'm
it
coming
is
over for
friggin'
supper.
good.
Yeah, my meatloaf, I use ground beef, turkey, bacon, and sometimes lamb.
That'd be nice. I like lamb.
Yeah, I mix them all. That's what makes it a meatloaf.
Yeah,
My
I
sister
never
used to,
cared for meatloaf when it's warm. The next day, I'll make a ass load of sandwiches out of it when it's nice and cold.
right? Meatloaf sandwiches.
Oh yeah, I love those.
My sister would make her meatloaf with just hamburger, just ground beef. You know, I'm like, that's not a meatloaf. It's not a loaf
No,
till you add other to it. You know, put some bacon in it, put some other meat to it, and you can't just do. You know, that's just a hamburger. What you're making. And I don't care for the tomato sauce, so I use cream of mushroom soup. So it's more of a beefy meatloaf than it, or more meaty of a meatloaf than the tomato sauce. I don't care for the tomato sauce on my meatloaf.
Well, see, in my
yeah,
meatloaf, I don't use ketchup or any of that. I use Heinz 57 sauce. Heinz 57. I love that shit. Go ahead, D-Dog.
yeah. I grab cuts of different critters and I put it through the meat grinder, and that's what I make the meatloaf out of. Throw some bread in it and everything else. I don't put no
Yep.
sauces on it, and I just bake it.
Nice. Yeah, there's one thing I can't stand, and that is a greasy meatloaf.
Yeah.
So I try to keep mine pretty simple and pretty straight, but yet lots of flavor. I mean, tons of flavor.
Starting to get hungry now, guys.
That tends to happen around some of these little channels.
Oh, yeah.
But I agree with D-Dog. The meatloaf's always better the second day.
Yes.
The meatloaf sandwiches. Once
Meatloaf
everything's fermented
sandwiches.
together, and yeah.
Oh, about anything that you cook fully, like your chowders, your chilies, you let it sit overnight and marinate in itself. It's
Yep.
10 times better the next day. Oh, yeah, it's nice and lovely when it's warm, but you can always warm it up. Tasha, I'm starving. Well, I've never heard of that before. Chrissy Cat's mom used to frost the top of her meatloaf with mashed potatoes. I have never heard that before.
Yeah,
see
I've
that.
seen that. And a lot of times on top of the mashed potatoes, someone will do a little rub of ketchup over the top of that.
Yep, I've
Or
seen the
gravy.
ketchup. My mom would make it, and half would be covered in cheese, the other half would be covered in ketchup for everybody's liking.
I've had the shepherd's pie with the meat, with the potatoes over the meat and all of that. But not a meatloaf.
Oh,
Hey, squirrel.
hey, Gigi.
She's dealing with 6 dogs.
Get out the gun. That's all the help you need.
Just watch out for that dog.
Yeah. Most generally, when I make a meatloaf sandwich, I just put a little mayonnaise on the bread and eat the damn thing cold.
Yep.
I don't mind
Mayonnaise
potato
and
ketchup.
barbecue sauce.
Mayonnaise and barbecue. Okay, what kind of barbecue? Sweet or
Sweet
okay?
and a slice of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And lettuce if I have any fresh lettuce.
I don't need the lettuce. Don't give me no damn rabbit food. Give me that meat and that sandwich. But yeah, piece of cheese, and yeah, that sounds good.
That's right. Animals eat the vegetables. I eat the animals.
Yeah, Chuck. Yeah, my mom's was the same way. She had to have that ketchup glaze on it. There's two types of barbecue: Kansas City and other. Yes, if you want to get a George Foreman, I would highly recommend, if you can find it. I'd buy the one that can hold like 6 or 8 burgers at a time, but it's also got on the side a flat iron, because when you cook steaks on there, you can throw them, and it's got 2 different dials. You can throw them over there and keep them warm while you're getting the rest of them ready. If you got more than 6 or 8 people. That's what I would try, but if not, just get your regular Foreman, a large one that has the faces that pop out, the top and bottom face, it'll pop out. So you can wash them easily, and they're dishwasher friendly, and they're easy to clean in the sink than they are on the machine. Now, if you need to clean the Foreman, the biggest thing all you have to do to clean the Foreman is get it up to the hottest heat you can and take a wet paper towel, wipe it down. All that shit will pop right off.
Decat and Black Serendipity both have great ideas here in the chat.
Yeah, meatloaf's one of my favorite meals, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I had a chance to get some today, but I knew it was coming from, and theirs is bland. It's like eating nursing home food. Tasha, you're going to have to just get online, hon. Your Walmart might carry them, but make sure they have the dial for your heat.
Black Serendipity.
Like
I'm here for the beer.
Go ahead.
I was just replying to Black Serendipity's comment there.
Oh, yeah.
I was just saying I'm here for the beer.
No shit. That's all I'm here for. The cat, I'm going to have to go for meatloaf at the lounge. Wings, I'm kind of burnt out on.
Yeah, there's way too much work in wings to get that little bit of food.
Yeah, that little morsel that doesn't fill you up.
Yep.
And then you get the boneless, and all you're getting is McDonald's nuggets, junk.
Which is basically
Yeah.
breaded chicken wieners.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that a half dozen wings won't make a turd.
No. Nope. And wings are getting friggin' expensive because everybody loves them. And, I enjoy eating wings. I don't mind it. But you just can't get enough of them to make, a meal. An hour later, you're starving to death because you got 4 bites out of, half a dozen wings.
In the freezer, I probably have 150 wings sitting there right now. But all I use it for is to make chicken stock.
Oh, yeah. But you probably got the full chicken.
Oh, yeah. Got the whole chicken. But, whenever I get ready to prepare a chicken, I usually cut the wings off and just throw them in a bag in the freezer.
All right. Yeah, I'm bigger on the steak than I am the chicken. That's for sure. I do like my steak. I like my protein.
Yeah, I'll take cow over buzzard any day.
Oh, absolutely. Over fowl.
Well,
Go ahead,
okay.
JM.
One of my favorite foods is actually duck.
It looked greasy, but good.
Well, you just have to know how to make it.
hmm I have made it to Durkin once. It turned out all right.
Hmm.
There's a lot of freaking work, though.
I was just going to ask if you guys have Chuck's Roadhouse franchise restaurants in your area.
There's one in Oklahoma City. I have never been in it, though.
Never been.
Nope.
Okay. There's one near me. And I was just going to say they have, at least here anyway, they got special on Wednesdays for full rack of back ribs. And it was actually pretty dang good. So I was just going to see if anyone else had noticed that. But if you've never been, I guess the answer would be no.
Yeah, well, I'm a little different because I think I go out to eat maybe 4, maybe 5 times a year, and that's it.
Right.
Fair enough. That's the way to go.
And
Yeah,
it's
last
not the
time I
price
went out
thing.
with-
I just want to have control of what kind of garbage I put in my body.
Yep.
Yeah. Last time I went out, it was to our local barbecue joint. So
Now, we do got one that comes in town on Thursdays. I can't wait till it gets here because for $14, you get a hell of a meal. Matter of fact, I can make 2 out of it. I love it.
Yeah, Wheezy, tell me when it's meatloaf day, and I'll head over.
Yeah, no shit.
I usually do all the cooking in the house. Everybody else orders out. They do that DoorDash crap, and I turn around and look. Hey, there's a McDonald's. There's Jack in the Box, whatever. They're always ordering that crap. I tell them, you know what? That McDonald's is nothing but mealworm. You know that, right? That ain't no hamburger. That's a mealworm burger.
Yeah,
Wheezy
you're
says,
eating like a chicken.
Yeah,
Well,
those
that-
ain't nuggets. What part of a chicken is a nugget?
Yep.
I
Well,
don't think chicken's
okay,
nuggets are
the
that big. I don't even
McDonald's
think the
meat,
rooster's nuggets are that big.
Do what, D-Dog?
the McDonald's meat, there's more medications in it than there is actually protein.
Yes.
You know, they have full-size cows that they grow in less than 9 months. I'm not going to eat that shit. No way. I know how long it takes to make a cow.
Yeah.
Wheezy was saying they call McDonald's Rotten Ronnie's there. Same thing here. And we call KFC botulism in a bucket.
Well, and that's why KFC had to change their names. Did you all know that? That's why it's not
Bossies?
called Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. Because it ain't a true chicken. It's all processed chicken.
I did not know that's why they changed the name.
They had to change the name because it was false advertising and someone sued them.
It's not real chicken.
No. Well, it's real chicken, but it's not grown the way you think it is. When it's grown in 4 months, 5 months at the backs, that's not a real chicken. I'm sorry.
Well, and sometimes when you order there, you get some chicken. It looks like it was actually budgie.
What was that, Mr. D-Dog?
There's a little bit more behind the story of it going from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC, and it had to
Yes.
do with the rights of the name. That when the company that owns it now bought it from the original franchise, the original corporation, they didn't buy the name. They just bought the concept and everything else because the seller was smart. That's part of the reason why the name had to change.
Okay. Well, I'd seen a big to do on that, and it was, I don't know, this has been 4, 5, 6 years ago, and it was all over the news.
Right.
That's just kind of what I was taking on. That's just kind of what I was going off of. I was like,
Well, they knew they were going to change, everything. Even the original recipe isn't the same.
Nope, their coleslaw recipe sucks. Now, the original was awesome.
Well, their coleslaw now comes in freezer bags.
Yes.
Well, the original recipe can't be repeated anymore because they don't allow us to cook with lard. We have to use that vegetable, whatever the fuck they made, instead of using the good stuff anymore.
They can still
Kentucky
cook with
Fried
lard if
Chicken
they
that I
want.
remember was cooked in lard.
They can still use lard.
They use all that vegetable, artificial
Right.
stuff now.
Canola.
Well, it's way cheaper.
I think they use canola.
See, only kind of oil I cook in anymore is either peanut oil or olive oil. Peanut oil's for my deep fryers. Olive oil's what I cook steaks and shit in.
Yep, I love
That's
olive
it.
oil.
I do too. And I always use the virgin olive oil.
Now, Olive Oil's a skinny little cartoon character. How can you cook anything inside her?
That's the wrong olive oil. We're not talking about Popeye. All you're gonna
after
pull
the
out
me.
spinach. All you're gonna pull out is spinach, and I ain't going there.
And you know how you can tell if the olive oil, virgin olive oil, is quality or not?
Tell us.
My understanding is the best way is actually to take a tablespoon or a small cup and actually pour a teaspoon or a tablespoon of it, and you drink it.
Yep.
But let it be in your mouth and you taste it, and it should taste sweet. Not really sweet, but it should not be tangy or sour. If it's tangy or sour, it's not a high quality. If it's got just a little bit of a sweet note to it, you're good. And I found that out because a lot of the olive oils are very, very low quality. Like they're only 30% actual quality olive oil.
I take a tablespoon of it pretty much every day. Every day.
So how can you tell that olive is a virgin or not? I saw that. I just thought that was funny as hell.
Yeah, is that from Black?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, well, Popeye thought she was hot because he ate more spinach than he did taking carrots. And that's why he couldn't see correctly.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of men want is a woman that's shaped like a stick.
Oh yeah, that's a sought after commodity right there.
I guess that's fine if your family tree doesn't have any branches.
I had a teacher, and I guarantee she looked just like olive oil when she would get mad in class. She was a math teacher, and when she'd get mad in class, her ears would turn bright red. I mean, super red. It was silly. All right. It's another bathroom release for me. Another hour down the tubes. So I'm going to step away. You all do the best you can, and I'll be back.
Sounds good. Don't forget to grab a refill while you're at it.
Don't you fret. I know how to refill them.
Hey, Shane, when you go get your refill, don't forget to go pee.
don't think I could do that either. And I'm going to have to go now because I'm sitting here doing a pee-pee dance. I'll be
He's like,
back in
"Hey,
a second.
stop interrupting me, guys."
Hey Shane, how far would you have gotten if we wouldn't call you back?
I got a really important question for you.
Move
Yeah,
over,
we're
buddy.
trying
I
to
need
figure
this
out
side
two
of the
things.
pool.
One thing is the meaning of life, and the other one is why does the belly button act like a lint trap on a new T-shirt?
I think I can answer the both of them. Meaning of life is water, because without water there is no life. And the reason belly button attracts it is because of the friction. Same as when you put a new T-shirt in the dryer, and you look at your lint screen, it's going to be full of lint. So that's my guesses on those.
I wasn't looking for a serious answer though. I really wasn't.
Dang. Okay. Why do we park in a driveway and drive on a parkway?
I don't know. That sounds like something Gallagher was asking 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm in Canada here, so we're usually a couple years behind you guys.
Couple.
Come on. I gotta leave me some dignity.
Okay, the best things from Canada. Number one is Billy Bee honey, and the other thing would have to be just about any maple syrup that comes out of there.
Definitely agree with the maple syrup. I bought 2 gallons from the Amish this past spring, and it was wicked. I even bartered an ounce of silver in with the cash price on it, which I thought was really cool. Got a video of it. But man, is that awesome. I actually, for my coffee, I put in cream and about a teaspoon of pure maple syrup instead of sugar. And it is awesome. Much better than the Aunt Jemima or any of the corn syrup based.
Right. Well, what do you think of Billy Bee honey?
Well, we used to always buy it, but I recently heard that it's actually, what do they call it, that corn syrup, that it's not high quality honey. And
Yeah, well, okay, the last time I had it was in the 70s.
yeah, like it
And you know
tastes.
that was the bomb, and we always got the really thick stuff that spread like peanut butter.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, exactly. So it was in a container rather than a squeeze bottle.
Yeah, plastic tubs.
Yes. I haven't bought any of that in a long time either. And actually, I forgot about that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. I think Wayne Gretzky was another good thing that came out of Canada. Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, that's hockey. Okay. Soccer with a stick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Football with a stick.
But yeah, now we got Trudeau in there. It's definitely not cool. I think he's worse than Biden.
I thought
Yeah.
that Jim Carrey was your best comedian.
Yeah, some disagree.
That's a
There's
tough
quite a
one.
few movies I liked with Jim Carrey.
I guess Trudeau's giving him a run for his money, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he enjoys it stick up his ass because he looks like a puppet.
Well, the time that I realized that Canada was fucked was when Trudeau came out and said at Parliament that he is a male feminist.
Yep.
Yep. There's speculation now because his popularity in the polls is just over the last couple of years that he's now, because he's his wife kicked him to the curb, that he's going to come out as a LGBTQ thing to try to win the next election.
Yeah, well, you know how Bud Light did with that. Hopefully that goes as well.
Well, what's that other company? Miller and Coors. They've been running the Alphabet Soup Group for 20 years, and everyone jumped on their bandwagon when they got mad at Bud Light. They should have done their fucking research.
Yep. And everybody run the Coors Light, but Coors Light's been doing it the whole friggin' time. They don't care which side it is. But they didn't make a big to-do of it. That's what pissed everybody off.
Right.
Yes, Frog, I've got some tobacco throat going on. No, I got patches, so I'm fixing to quit this shit because I'm going to quit one way or the other. I just don't want it the other.
You don't have to hit them patches as hard.
Shane, nobody appreciates a quitter.
Well, I know that's right.
Well, that's what all my buddies told me when I quit drinking. So I turned around and found new buddies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, AA's for quitters.
Remember what Barney and Fred said?
That's what my son-in-law says all the time. He's big into AA. He said AA's for quitters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He said he found out who his friends were too when he closed bar up.
Yep.
Yeah, it don't take long.
I got 67 degrees here right now.
Yeah, it's nice outside here for once.
We've had some gentle weather for being August here. Usually in August, it's 100 and some every day. We've had some gentle weather. Hell, I had my doors open. The highest it got was 87 degrees, but I had to close the door because there's so much traffic. I didn't want everybody to hear all the cars going by.
I'm sitting outside at 88 degrees right now in my patio.
Yep. Yeah, that's a cold front moved through your place.
And the sun's just going down.
Yeah, it says 76 here. That's an anomaly for here.
I was going to say I might get lucky and get down to 76 tonight.
Shit, there's
The other night it was still
169.
It was 101 here the other night at this time. That was like 2 or 3 nights ago.
Where are you at, Chuck?
East Texas.
Oh, okay, Texas.
Oh, yeah, the low tonight here at our place is 64. Right now it's 79 degrees.
It's not too bad.
So, no, hell no. That's beautiful, especially for Oklahoma in August.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's usually in the hundreds here. Yeah, John, you actually watered your yard today and it got damp. Yeah. And it probably stuck around long enough to suck it up instead of the hot air and the wind blowing it away. Anyway. Oh, I know it, Tasha. It's supposed to be back. I know it. We had 101 a couple days ago, and the next day it was 80 degrees. So I love that cooler weather.
Yeah, earlier today when we left Shane, it was 101, and then now it's because it's got strong winds supposedly coming in. So all I think about now when I felt that cool wind out there is white perch fishing.
Yep. Or
I'll be right back, guys. Be right back.
All right. Yeah, we've had a few little rainstorms. It was really raised our humidity where it was hard to breathe, but 100% humidity and being 80 degrees outside is like, what the hell? This is some jacked up weather we've had this year. And it ain't going to get no better for the next couple thousand years, ladies and gentlemen. I truly feel the Earth's on its 25,000 year cycle. We're about 23,800 plus years into it. So we're going to start seeing slow changes throughout this crap. And it ain't going to be global warming. That's a bullshit freaking lie.
The only global warming we got when they play with them satellites.
That's, well, global warming is only in the news. It doesn't actually exist. Go ahead, D-Dog.
Okay. About what?
I don't care. You usually don't turn your camera and your mic on unless you have something to say.
I just got back from doing something super important, taking a leak and having a cigarette, and I don't have to announce it when I do it.
There you go. Hey, we have not seen the shirt of the day. Do not read the next sentence and read it anyway.
It says, "You little rebel, I like you."
Okay, I was fixing to make you big.
Nah, that's fine.
I was fixing to superimpose you.
No, I did not see Shane on the way because we're 22 hours apart. At 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was going to say we're a few minutes away.
Yeah.
I wish he was coming down here. That would be phenomenal. But the same schedule, weird. Yes, John H. Yeah, Wheezy, D-Dog's pretty cool. We like him too. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here in about 25 minutes or so, we're probably going to shut this down. But we still got 25 minutes of doing whatever the hell we're doing. So
Yep.
enjoy.
In 25 minutes, I have a Zoom call with a gentleman in Marion County, Kansas, that's trying to help out the local newspaper that got raided by the local police department.
What the hell was it raided for?
Because restaurant owner, they found out a bunch of shit about them through their criminal record, and they put it in the newspaper, and they're saying defamation, this, that, and the other, and they have a dirty judge there too.
So that was worth a raid over defamation?
Well, they can anyway because of freedom of the press, for one. For two, that everything that they had was through FOIA plus police record request.
Yeah.
It's all public information.
Yeah, if you're going to hit somebody's right, you might as well bend them over and pull them out, huh?
Yep. So they want to go after the chief of police, the mayor, and the judge.
Oh, we want to do the same here. And trust me, we found out 2 more cases popped up from a year and a half ago when she was prosecutor. 3, actually 4, that she's bringing back up now that she's judge, or the prosecutor's bringing up, that laid on her desk for a year and a half. So yeah, we just keep getting more and more on this crap, and oh, I'm sorry, I don't like to say bad things about people, but she's not a good person.
Well, it's fine. It's elected servant. You can call him a cunt.
Well, I wanted to really bad, but I didn't.
Okay, that's where we differ.
Well, I don't, because of the ladies in the chat, and I don't like to say that word.
Well, I only use that word when it's earned.
Oh, this little not so lovely person has earned it very well.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm biased, because if he fucked up, then he fucked up, but he didn't. And there's no proof to it. And even the kit come back, nothing. And now there's 3 or 4 other cases saying the same thing's been tried to be pulled on them by the same person. And then there's 3 other cases they're bringing up from the past when she was DA. 4. And we just keep finding more and more out. It's like, we just talk to people around town. That's how we're finding out.
Well,
So, yeah.
okay. You can have. Okay, when I get involved, I'm going to be doing it at the state level,
Right.
and I'll be getting the legislatures to impeach the bitch.
Oh. And the DA.
Well,
And
I start off at the top and I work my way down through the trolls.
okay.
Okay, where a lot of people start at the bottom and work their way up. That if you go for the head of it and you chop that off, all the other pieces just fall apart within seconds, and it takes 1/10 the amount of paperwork.
They start pointing each other out once they start seeing people fall too, don't they?
Oh yeah, they roll over like little bitches.
Start squealing like little pigs. Tasha, I'm sorry I can't cook you that, and you're a little far away right now, hon. But if you was here, I could probably whoop you up something you would enjoy.
Well, hell, thanks for having me up. I'm gonna drop off. I gotta get up early in the morning, take him to a doctor's appointment and all that. So I need to start trying to get some sleep. 4 or 5 o'clock's gonna come early.
Oh, hell yes. And I don't blame you. Like I said, we're going to go about 20 more minutes and we're done.
Well, good talking with y'all. Y'all take care. Much love. And
Yeah, it's
bye.
good seeing you again, Chuck.
It's good to
Y'all
see you,
too.
Chuck. Have a good night.
Nice meeting you, Chuck.
Yeah,
And-
Chuck, it was good hearing Vicky's voice.
Bye, y'all.
Later,
See
buddy.
ya. Yes, Silver Girl, I am feeling better today than I have been the last week. Hopefully, I'm getting shit figured out. So hopefully,
Hey, you sound good.
well, I'm
So-
like I said, I've been trying to do a little. Some of the shit I was getting on, I think it was just overloading my body. So I started backing away from some of this new shit,
hmm
and it's helped, and I think it's helped. Like I said, I got to take it within moderation.
And doing transition, like switching what you're taking. If you're switching a whole lot
Oh
of it,
yeah, yep. And that was the thing, I'm still taking my prescribed meds, which I don't like doing, but then I'm taking all this other shit for neuropathy for my arm, and then I'm taking. It's just been crazy, all the crap I've been taking. I mean, I spend more time taking supplements and stuff, natural supplements, than I do eating food. And I know damn good and well the food's better for me than anything else.
Well, do you have blood pressure medicine?
Yes.
Start eating some beets with
Yes.
some actual cinnamon in it, and that'll make it so that medicine will go away soon.
Okay. I didn't know that cinnamon would help it, but yes, I have beets.
Yep, but the cinnamon, you don't want the regular garbage you buy at the grocery store, because even the
Okay.
ground cinnamon is the cinnamon that starts with a C as far as the plant name. What you want is
Correct.
the one that starts with a T.
Yes. Yes, I've heard that. Yes, I have heard that. That is for sure.
So when you get cinnamon sticks, like I've heard of people getting cinnamon sticks and just grinding that for their own. That's still not the cinnamon that starts with a T.
Okay, the
Nope.
cinnamon sticks, if you can unwrap it because it's a loose leaf type deal,
Yeah.
Right.
that is the cinnamon that starts with a T. If it's just like a hard stick, even though it's kind of hollow in the center, it's kind of
Yeah.
C-shaped.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the other stuff.
Okay.
Fountain of Youth. Hell no, you ain't gonna keep me here longer than I need to be.
Well, that would bug me if I was still married. Because like Walter says with Jeff Dunham, you get married, it's like you don't realize when you say I do when it's till death do you part. You didn't realize that was a goal.
Yeah,
Or that it
yeah.
would be
Marriage is a death sentence, and I decided I'm gonna hang out with my buddy who got early parole.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been paroled. Today is actually today would be our 43rd anniversary, but we've been divorced for 6 now. So
But you
Well,
still get along with her and everything's happy, right?
oh yeah, she's in Tennessee. I'm in California. We can't be any happier. But yeah, she is my best friend. She's basically out there with my son, and I'm raising my grandchildren. Well, actually, raised my grandchildren that she didn't want to do. So I'm here with my daughter and grandchildren, and she's with my son and other granddaughters. But it's just coincidence that August 15th was our anniversary, 1980.
D-Dog, I think you're getting hit on by Wheezy.
But yeah, I've been paroled for 6 years now. So, and everything's going fine.
Well, that's good then. And you've still got a good, strong family where you're at and with you. So,
Yep.
Oh, I know a lot of people's out there happily married and all, but they say the quickest way to divorce is by getting married.
Yeah.
That's
That's the
the
number
quickest
one
way.
relief, number one cause of divorce.
is marriage.
But what was good, Shane, you would appreciate this. When we got married, it was one of those Vegas deals. I guess they call it a shotgun wedding. She was 16, I was 20. Anyways, we went to Vegas to the Justice of the Peace. After we walked out of the Justice of the Peace office, we're walking across the street, and my father-in-law turns around and says, "Congratulations, you two," and hands me a $2 roll of nickels. So anytime through that 37 years of marriage, when my wife complained about our finances, I'd look her dead in the eye and say, "Honey, we started our life on a $2 roll of nickels. I'm sure I can come up with $2 around here somewhere. So we're no better off than where we started."
You damn right.
So That stopped a lot of arguments. It's like we started with $2.
That's a tough grind, you know. And I was going to say, I feel bad for how many people are divorced and how tough relationships are now. There's a lot of undue stress, I think, being put on society.
Well, when I got married, I had never thought about divorce. And through our marriage, I hadn't thought about it. But when she said that she didn't want to help raise my daughter and grandkids anymore and that she wanted to leave, I wasn't going to hold her back. That's your choice. You know, you're human. You want to leave, leave. But basically, it was her choice. And I can't hold that against her because we had plans for our future. Well, those plans kind of changed because I'm a family man. And she was tired of rearing kids, and I was still going to help out my daughter with my grandkids. And she was done raising children. So that's all. I can't hold that against her.
Nope. I'm about the same way. Like I said, I just don't. I'm tired of raising everybody else's kids. And so I just don't want nothing else to do with raising other people's kids. It's not that I don't enjoy the kids, because I do. But I don't want to be responsible for them to get to college and all that crap. So I'm just done with that. I want to enjoy what's left of my life and be happy.
It's understandable.
Yep. Well, the youngest one that's with us right now, he should graduate high school this year. And that's the last of them. The other two have already graduated. So the three that I'm helping to raise, two of them's already graduated, which is better than what I did.
Well, you say that, but then somebody's going to have grandbabies and need help, and you're going to know where you're stuck.
But I'd say that's a sign that you did a good job. You know what I mean?
My brother,
You put them through
my
school.
brother's on his great grandkids right now because of that, and he's only 52 years old.
My granddaughter's 22, and I don't see her having a child anytime soon.
You hope.
So.
You hope. She is 22.
Right. She is 22. She is pretty responsible. She don't want to end up like her mother had, so.
Well, that's good. That's always a bonus. But it's hard to stick to that when, you know, something alluring comes walking by.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my daughter was 20 when she had my granddaughter. So my granddaughter's already beat her out by 2 years. So that's saying something.
Yep. Yep. I just like when adults take care of, or young people take responsibility and raise their own kids and don't put them off on somebody else.
Right.
But
do you believe that a parent's love should be unconditional?
A parent should be.
Yes.
A parent should be.
Correct.
But a grandparent, I don't feel, is a responsibility.
Now, my daughter is, I am the parent of my daughter. So my daughter had 3 loser daddies for her 3 beautiful babies. So I stepped forward to be the father for my grandchildren because all of their daddies were losers. And one of them is in prison right now doing 35 years or 30 years. So for my daughter, I was there for her unconditionally. It's, you know, I didn't put no blame on her for choosing those losers. It just happened. So. That's me just showing my unconditional love for my family. I mean, my mother had an unconditional love for me with the shit I put my mother through. Yeah. She had a very strong unconditional love for me, and I appreciated it. So I'm passing it on.
Well done, Steve-O. Step up to the plate. So you're a good man. That being said, I think I'm going to drop down, guys. I know, Shane, you're shutting down fairly soon.
Yeah, I think he's about done, huh, Shane?
He's muted.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Well, thanks for having me up, and it's great to see you guys and everyone in the chat. And it's always a great conversation, and I quite enjoy it. So hope everyone has a great night.
Oh, absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, thank each and every one of you for showing up, showing support. Because if it wasn't for you and the people on the panel and the people back there in the backstage, we wouldn't have a show. So I appreciate the hell out of all y'all. Trust me, I really do. That's why I try to keep up with y'all out there and what you're saying. I spend more time reading y'all's than I do paying attention to the panel, which is not right of me either, but there's only one of me. Mr. Dito, do you have any final thoughts?
If you don't know your rights, you're being cornholed.
There you go. Steve-O.
Yeah, thank you all for being here, and thanks for allowing me to come up, Shane. Appreciate it. D-Dog, you're very informative. I appreciate your wisdom.
Cool.
He's always been that way. He's always, for 3.5 years now, he's just been a world of knowledge around me. Sometimes it's hard to understand. Sometimes it's hard to get, but I'm going to tell you what, it's worth every minute of it. He's actually one of the smartest people I've met on the interweb. And no, that ain't try to rub his back and get a love connection going on. That's just a fact.
Well, if you're going to talk sweet, at least spit on it before you stick it in.
No, I'm going to start with the sandpaper dildo first, and then we'll go from there. I want you to remember me.
Well, you just make my ass itch, Shane.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shut this thing down, and we will talk to you all soon. If everything goes as well as it did today, we'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central, and we will go from there. So, good night, and love y'all, and see y'all later.